Welcome to the Vault Excel. This is live number 2. Thank you for your time. Two-part discussion. First discussion. Should a parent dress a little boy in dresses, girl attire, because he asked to be dressed in girl attire? He feels like he is a little girl. I bring you this commentary because I did a live last week pertaining to Megan Fox and allegations made by a politician that she was committing child abuse and dressing her boy children, 3 of her boys, in girls' attires and girls' attire. And she said that her child, as a toddler, asked to wear girl dresses or girl clothing. So I'm asking you, the viewing audience, do you feel it is appropriate to dress a boy child in dresses, skirts, hair bows, knowing he's a boy child? Some people believe these are phases that children go through, but then we have learned from children saying ever since they were young, they realized they identified with the opposite sex and decided to walk in the path of the opposite sex, either through school, high school, and or as an adult. Skylar says no. I say no as well. Second part of this live stream is pertaining to grown folks' relationships. Your man, be it your boyfriend, maybe you all been in a long relationship, live together, but are not married. Maybe you are married. One day he decides to tell you that he favors men. He is attracted to men, but he wants to stay in a relationship with you. Do you stay in the relationship or do you go? Most of you know the rate of HIV/AIDS in this country, venereal diseases, and the card is anteed up, the stats are anteed up when you're engaging in multiple relationships with people unprotected. The catching of diseases answers your chances of getting HIV/AIDS, acquiring hepatitis. So you would be risking your health if you stayed in a relationship with a man who now desires men, sleeping with men. And naturally, you can also catch these same diseases with a heterosexual man who sleeps with women. This is a 2-part live. Boys in dresses. And do you stay in a relationship with a man who has decided to tell you that he favors men, but does not want to end the relationship with you? Do you stay or do you go? 2-part live. Thank you for your time, everybody. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $sign Beganji, 129 Cash App. All stickers and chats are welcome during this live stream. Sparkling Bubble says, pack up and go. Hello, Skylar, Brittany, Miss Bubbles. Y'all are so funny. She said, I got to go. Shut your mouth. Or does he have to go? Which and so ever. What, Joy? Joy, you need to hit the link because I want to hear you talk. What do you mean, no? No to what? No to putting little boys in dresses? Or no, I wouldn't leave the man? 2-part live, sweetheart. So you got to clarify. Sparkling Bubble says, better yet, he needs to pack up that Ziploc and go. Well, shut your mouth. I'm going to drop the link for any daring people that would like to come up. There's only have a few viewing. Make this live count. Join the panel. You don't have to show yourself. Please be respectful to the hostess and the viewing audience. Thank you for your time. Lord have mercy. I can't with y'all. Hit the link. Be heard. Make this live count. Please share the other platforms. One moment, please. No, Joy, you said, I thought you said no. Maybe I was looking at somebody else. I'm sorry, babe. I must have mislooked. I thought you said no. I must have mistaken Skylar for go. Sorry about that, sweetie. Well, Joy, I still would like to hear from you. You never come on the panel, sweetheart. You never come up here and talk to the queen. You've been watching me for a little while now. I'd like to hear your opinions. We now have Brittany from North Carolina. She's been a frequent guest on The Vault, which was once Everyday Shenanigans. Here's Brittany.
Hello.
Well, hello, darling.
How are you? Am I echoing?
No. Which one would you like to start with first? The little boys or the grown man?
We can start with the first.
Uh-huh.
So, no, I don't think a child has the choice. I mean, I can understand, once they're older to buy their own clothes.
Specify older.
Old enough to buy their own clothes.
Which is?
I don't know. I don't have a child that old, so I don't know. When you start buying your own clothes, maybe 18. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Wow. Not 15, not 14. So let's go hypothetical. You do have a boy child.
Uh-huh.
He comes home at the age he's at now, which is about what?
12.
12. Mommy, I want to wear dresses. I identify as a girl. What is your answer?
Go tell your daddy that.
You know what?
I'm just kidding.
Skylar, here comes Skylar. Hold on a minute. Welcome, Skylar. 1 second, Skylar. I'm going to get to you here in a second. Okay, so your boy child says he wants to wear dresses. You tell him to go talk to his daddy?
I'm kidding. I just can't imagine him telling his dad that. What I'm saying.
Imagine for just a second, Brittany.
No, I don't. I mean, I do feel like, at that age, they may know whether
75. What is what it is? What you talking about? Honey, what is you saying down there in the chat? 75. I make sure I'm cleaning my glasses. I clean so I can read what I'm supposed to be reading.
No, period. No, I'm not buying my 12-year-old a dress.
So if 12-year-old wants to wear girl clothes, you tell him what, Brittany?
No.
Okay, no. Okay. He cries, moans, falls out, stomps, tantrum.
Oh, I don't care.
So you're going to tell him, you wear it? So what if he says, well, I'll go buy them. I'll find a way to wear them anyway. You say what?
Not in my house, you won't.
Okay. Next subject is the man. You find out your man says he likes men, but he does not want you all's relationship to dissipate. Do you stay or do you go?
Go.
I beg your pardon? Brittany?
Oh, go. One of us is going.
So you leave. Oh, one of us. So which one is going?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the situation. I wouldn't care either way. Probably him.
Okay. The situation is he just said he want to be with a man and you. The situation is this a rap song? The situation is.
It's just not happening. Period. Not happening in my house.
So I'm just saying, do you tell him to leave or you leave?
I think I would tell him to leave.
Okay. All right. Skylar, where you calling from?
Mississippi.
Woo, crooked letter I. How you doing?
Good.
Why you just not decided to jump on the queen panel? Hello?
Yeah, I have been watching you for a while.
Skylar, you have been watching me and you never, ever hit the link. So I'm curious what made you choose tonight, baby.
Well, I know most of the other times when you was trying to get me to join, I was like dealing with my kids. Had a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Skylar from Crooked Letter I, Mississippi. All right, let's go with the first one. Skylar, your baby, your toddler, your boy child says, Mommy, I want to wear a dress. I want to wear girls' clothing. Do you buy and dress your child as a girl?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't feel that boys should be wearing dresses or hair bows. I will only buy that for my daughter.
Okay. So do you feel like if he got a little older, you would let him come in your house and dress like a girl?
No, I still wouldn't want him to do it.
Say what?
I said no.
Okay, your answer is no. Your man has told you he likes men, but he does not want you all to break up. Do you stay or do you go?
Go. Because like you said earlier, the HIV rate is up. Then it's already like a certain disease that two men can get from messing around with each other anyways.
Well, guess what? And we believe that was HIV, was it not?
Yes.
That's right, because that's where it started. Two grown men penetrating one another. Exactly. But there are some women who will still stay with a man knowing he likes men or have been with men.
Yes, some women, they'll still do it. Like, just
Yes,
so if the
exactly.
man is helping them out and stuff.
Yes, exactly. So how do you feel about that? A woman knowingly being with a bisexual man. Either she knew when she met him, she went on a date him anyway, and or found out down the road and still won't leave the relationship.
I mean, if it was me, like, I would leave just as soon as I found out about it. Now, if I know ahead of time that the man is bisexual, I wouldn't even fool with him.
Okay. Brittany, you find out he's been messing with men. Do you stay? Do you go?
Go.
You met him and found out he was gay, but he likes you. He's bisexual. He's interested in you. Do you date him?
No.
Okay. Shut your mouth.
No.
I know you wouldn't either, Queen.
No, she would.
This guy's got to do something else. She said, you damn Skippy. It can't be two queens in this house over here. Do you understand? Because guess what? 1 minute is, I like men. The next minute you try to put your big ass feet in my good sandals, we're going to have a problem. Can you imagine that? Grown man trying to put on queen shoes. As the old folks say, it's going to be some furniture moving around up in here. I'm making a joke because really, that's not how I would really act, right? It would be like a bad rap song. We're going to tear this club up. If you don't get your ugly ass out of here, your ass coming up out of here. I watched a documentary once. It was a Caucasian couple. They was over in the UK. And the husband and wife were married, been married for some years. And he decided he wanted to start dressing like a woman. So he goes into transition of wearing women's clothes, trying it out, seeing how he likes it. But he still was married. How do you all feel about that? This panel too quiet.
I would not be attracted to anyone that dressed as a female.
So it's worse. So it's already worse if I say I like men. Let's just say he's trying it out. He ain't told you like men yet. He's going through phases like what that Jenner man's going through. Let me just put the dress on. And you two are walking in public together with your real husband. You have a certificate that says we are married. And he is walking around in women's clothes in public.
No, he wouldn't be walking with me.
You wouldn't?
No.
You wouldn't even stay with him even though he's still attracted to you?
No, because I would not be attracted. There's nothing about that would be attractive to me at all.
Okay, so let's just say this. What if he says, well, baby, I'm not gay that I know of, but I just like wearing women's clothes. Can we still be together?
That's still gay.
Skylar. Girl, look. Go ahead, Skylar. Skylar said, I don't care, you're still gay.
I would be embarrassed to walk in the store with a man like
you
that.
Damn skip it.
Women clothes.
I may not see nobody in my big old drawers. What is you doing with my panties on? Negro, is you high?
Next thing you know, they might try to wear one of your wigs.
Girl, you better shut up talking about queen wigs. Well, go and put that wig on. You gonna put my panties on, my brassiere, and my good wig, and make sure you take all your other stuff with you because you getting up out of here. You coming up out of here. Or if you got your own place and you decide you want to start that, let me try on your panties. Because that's how it starts, that fetish of, I like soft things and can I try your panties on? Hell no, go buy your own. Walmart got your size. You trying on my panties? What would you say to that, Brittany?
No, I would be.
Even if your husband was just joking, saying, baby, let me try your panties on.
I can't imagine him joking about something like that. I really cannot. Like that would be absolutely crazy.
Brittany, let me put some of your keenies on for just a minute, baby. We're just playing around. We're just joking.
No, there's nothing even funny about that to me.
It's not a joke. You don't find that funny?
No, not at
Because
all.
somewhere in the world, some man would find that amusing, putting on your panties.
He might even try to wear your makeup.
Oh my God.
Skylar, I can't fool with you. Skylar, your boyfriend husband wants to try on your panties. Do you let him try on your panties?
No.
Huh?
No, I would tell him to leave.
You would tell, you really like this man, though you care for him. You would tell him to leave your man.
Yes, like I couldn't be with a man that wanted to wear women's clothes, makeup, anything like that.
Okay. I'm just fishing around. I'm just messing with y'all. You know,
not if you get in a relationship not knowing any of those things. Absolutely not. It's a little different if you know.
Years of dating someone, especially someone who you've been married to, and then the husband decides to tell you that, I'm having some identity issues and I want to wear women's clothes. I do believe I want to become a woman. I would believe that would be devastating to a woman unless she already had some knowledge that perhaps her husband was feminine. You understand what I'm saying? And there are many men who are feminine. They just have not come out as far as dressing like a woman and or trying to take the ladder of even being with men. But there are a lot of feminine men. See a lot of feminine men everywhere. And they're actually in relationships.
Right. No, I couldn't. Yeah, it would definitely be devastating. I agree with that. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, and that's like that lady walking around in public with her husband. He's got on clothes and he's standing as big as she is. They're both tall people. And he's walking around in a skirt and blouse and y'all in public going out in public. Because she still loved her husband.
Well, and to each his own, that's fine.
She was uncomfortable, though. She's uncomfortable.
Well, they wouldn't be with the queen doing that.
Huh?
I said they wouldn't be with the queen doing
that.
No,
you're not. Ain't nobody swinging on her but me. That's that. I wish the hell I would ever walk out in public or private with a man in women's clothes, makeup, talking about this is my man.
I would be embarrassed.
I don't walk like that. And we do have a lot of men that are bisexual. And some are still on the down low, sneaking around with men and perpetrating like they're heterosexual. That's a problem. That's a major problem we have here in the States. And although we do have a lot of men who are now becoming free to be themselves and not worry about what other people think, you still have those who are hiding. And that's a problem. And that would be a problem. And I would be devastated to be in a relationship with a man and then I find out he likes men. That's the first thing I'm going to think of. If you like them, how long have you been liking them, been attracted to them? And what have you been doing with a man that I don't know about?
Right.
Especially if you and I are not using protection. Now I hear you like men and you sleeping with men. So is it I like men, I ain't never put my foot in the pond, or I've been liking men and my foot's been in the pond while I've been with you, unprotected?
Just to know that they were even curious about a man would be all I would need to know.
Okay.
I just know. I could.
Sparkler Bubble says, we've been almost 30 years together. He wants to wear women's clothes or my panties, anything like that. It is over. No questions. Okay. What it is says, that's why the road to hell is wide and slippery. Oh, Lord. I thought the road be kind of hot myself. Like kind of walking on hot charcoal. I'm just saying. Well, we have this issue with the curriculum. People the LGBTQ communities want the curriculum in the school. And it's just a lot of stuff going on with, them wanting their rights for certain things, medical, school, identifying a certain way, certain name, sports. And I've talked about a few of those issues on this network. But the one thing I don't agree with is dressing children in the opposite clothes. And I understand there are some clothes that women will wear that are masculine. But to me, that's different when you're grown. You understand? You wore boy socks, men's socks. I wear men's socks because they're longer. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm a grown woman. I can do that. That don't mean I'm a man.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna tell you I haven't put on a pair of my husband's basketball shorts before. I ain't walking out
That's
the
what he's
house in
saying.
them.
There are a lot of men
Yeah.
clothes you want. Men jeans, just like when you're a tall woman, you might find it better men jeans because they're longer. The point is, children. My little boy telling me I am a girl. I want to wear a dress. Do I go out and buy this boy child a dress? I say no. I'm not buying a little boy a dress. I don't care what he says. Because in the end, as we said earlier, this is my house, my rules, and I'm not condoning you dressing up like a girl. Because now there's more that's going to come with that than just me buying you a dress and letting you wear the dress. It's not going to be easy. The child doesn't know any better. He doesn't know what's going to come with him putting that dress on. It's going to be a lot of flack. He's going to get flack. I'm going to get flack. It's more than just playing dress up. Oh, I feel like a girl. I want to be a girl. I want to play with Barbie dolls. He doesn't know because he's a child. He doesn't know any better. And that's what young children have to understand. You're not ready for what it's going to come with dressing up like a girl. But they don't know any better, especially at 3. How would he know? He's still a baby.
Right, and I would think it'd be odd. Because what were you reading earlier? Something about why was it that Megan Fox wanted to dress the 3-year-old in a dress?
I think it was because he was saying he wanted to wear a dress, if I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy, especially a 3-year-old. I mean, there were clothes that my son preferred over the others when he was 3 years old, but it definitely wasn't, let me wear a dress. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That makes you.
Let's go here. She's arguing. She's going back and forth on social media or has responded to this politician's allegations that she's committing child abuse. Well, how can you explain in that photo, Megan Fox, why all 3 of your children look feminine? The 3 boys. You want me to believe all 3 boys identify as girls?
Well, that's what I was going to say. For a 3-year-old to even say they want to wear a dress, I feel like there's some sort of influence there.
Really?
I would assume. I'm sure they see their mom wearing a dress, but
Dr. Phil, I'm gonna find that episode and I'm gonna play that play it on the screen. We'll watch that maybe later this week. The little black boy, cute as a button at that time, he was saying to his mommy, "I feel like a girl. I feel like a girl. I am a girl." So she started buying him girl dolls because that's what he gravitated towards. But was that the right decision? Because let's say he grew up in a house with other girls, they played with dolls, and he started liking dolls. Okay, one thing for him to play with the doll versus him saying, I am a girl. And you go ahead and just fall in and say, well, I'm just going to go on and buy my baby boy dolls and then buy him girl clothes too. Is that right? Is it even right to let him play with girl dolls? Skylar?
No, I wouldn't let him dress like a girl, and I also wouldn't even let him play with girl toys.
Okay, Brittany.
No.
Yeah, because I think he was like 5. And he wanted to be a girl, wanted to wear girl clothes, and he liked playing with Barbie dolls. It was on Dr. Phil's show many years ago. It was a very good show. Now, the flip side of that, somebody could say, you're being cruel. Why would you not let your boy play with Barbie dolls? Is it cruelty to not let the boy play with dolls? Skylar?
No.
Brittany?
No, I don't think it's cruel. I can't imagine. No, because I don't know where my kid would even get off wanting to play with the doll.
And that's my point. Was there influence because there are other children in the house that are girls? He's seeing the girls play with the dolls. He's looking at his mommy. She's a bigger version of a girl. She's a woman. And somehow he's become fascinated with feminine things. Or is he biologically a female? Not biologically, but you know what I'm saying. The chromosomes and everything have gotten mixed up. Because 5 years old is very young to start saying, I want to play with dolls and I want to be a girl. 3 is even young. And that's scary to me. 3 years old is, to me, almost, it's still like being 2. And even though children are craftier, savvier in their speech and everything, I can't imagine a 3-year-old saying, I want to be a girl. Buy me a dress. Well, you need to go get you a job, 3-year-old. Because Queen ain't buying no damn dresses for no 3-year-old. And that's not to be cruel, but that's still my child. And for all I know, it could be just a phase. And I don't like the word gay used for children. Agree or disagree? Hello?
I agree. I will say there are
Skylar?
Children.
Agree.
Okay, because your child can change his mind at any given moment. That he don't really want to dress like that. He ain't fascinated with the boy. You see where I'm going? He could change his mind. That's why it's not good to cater to that right away. Maybe you need to talk to your children. Take them to therapy to see what's going on before you start saying, okay, come on, let's go buy you some dresses. Put you in some dresses. Why don't we figure out what's going on with the child first?
Yeah, especially at 3 years old. That's crazy. That's just crazy to me.
That's not unusual for a baby that young to pick up a girl doll if he's in a house with other girl children. It would only be probably odd if he has never been around dolls. There are no girl children with dolls, and one day he just says, Mommy, I want a doll.
Right.
But little boys play with their sisters, and they play house and, play with the Barbie vans and things like that. I wouldn't find that, just a suspect for a 3-year-old wanting to pick up a girl doll if he's growing up with girls, with girl sisters.
Right. No, I wouldn't think that was odd. If a child, if he had sisters and he chose, if he picked up a baby doll, I wouldn't think anything was wrong with that.
As he gets older, then we might start wondering. 8, 10, 12, he still wanting to play with damn girl dolls. Then you might say you might have your little problem.
Yeah, I can agree. That would be a problem.
Okay. Skylar?
I can agree.
Okay. Anything else y'all want to add to this? Anything extra?
I don't have anything to add.
What it is says boys become men no matter what. So they need to learn what and how a man is. And Barbies ain't the way to teach that. Okay, what it is, my goodness. You don't get your panties in a knot down there in that chat. Well, could it be that men need to be in touch with their feminine side to play with girl toys? Brittany?
What exactly do you mean?
I'm just saying. Maybe we're too harsh in saying boys shouldn't play with girl dolls, girl toys. That they need to get in touch. Are we too pushy in trying to make a boy be masculine? To where he won't have a feminine side to be having the empathy rather later in life for women.
No, I believe there are plenty. I mean, I don't believe that. I think that, the empathy is still there, even in a masculine man. That has nothing to do with playing with a Barbie doll or a baby doll.
What it is says no, they shouldn't have a feminine side. You agree with that, Skylar?
Yes, I agree with what Brittany just said.
Do y'all agree a man should not have a feminine side? That's what somebody in the chat is saying. A man shouldn't have a feminine side.
Well, Barbies isn't the way.
So what, honey?
Like you said, Barbies isn't the way. Barbie dolls is not the way.
Okay. But talking about a man having a feminine side.
So I'm trying to think of my husband, and I can't really think of anything that's feminine about him at all. I mean, I don't think that feminine, if don't have a feminine side, you're not in touch with feelings, if that's where we're going with this, that you don't have empathy for people. Yeah. I think that's two completely separate things.
Okay. Because, there are men who are raised in houses with women only. And so some people will argue how a man will come to be homosexual or bisexual. Oh, he was raised by nothing but women. And some guy called his mom and sisters hens. I thought that was a very cold word to call your own mom and sisters.
I don't agree with that.
Hens. But that's the whole point. You have a lot of strong black men and white men and alike who were raised in houses with nothing but women, and they turned out to be great men, done well, masculine. So it's not necessarily you're going to be bisexual, homosexual, because ain't nobody in the house but you and a bunch of women, girls. So do you believe this homosexuality, bisexuality starts at childhood or in the chromosomes in the womb?
I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. I've never had to deal with that situation.
And I bet you happy, ain't you? I'm not trying to be funny.
I mean, and let me be clear here. Let me be clear on this. I don't have a problem with, any of that. I don't care. It's each his own. It does not bother me. It doesn't directly affect me. It doesn't. I mean, if it did directly affect me, I may feel a lot different about it. I've just never been in that situation.
Divine hit the link. Divine is hell. Divine says, what does a 3-year-old know? Nothing.
Well, see, and that's my thing. A 3-year-old, you're not going to tell me what you're going to do either. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's my point. That's why I'm not getting ready to go buy a dress for a 3-year-old. I don't give a damn what he says. He can fall out. And like Dr. Phil said about that, they'll fall out in the store. He said, you don't cater to your children when they fall out in the store. Just walk off. Walk off to where you still have a view. He or she will get up. Exactly. So you can fall out all you want because you want an ice cream cone, Skittles, and a dress. Hey, I ain't buying none of them. How about that? And black folks, when we grew up, we didn't fall out in those damn stores.
Because some kids got toe up in the bathroom.
Well, no, baby, toe up in the store before people start calling police on you. See, I come from the world where you didn't do that anyway. Wasn't no falling out in no damn store. If you fell out in the store in the 70s, your ass going to the asylum. Because they're going to think you crazy. You know what I said? You just didn't do that. There was no showing out in public. Talking crazy, talking back to your mom in public and acting like a damn fool. See, this is a new day. I want McDonald's. I want Sonic. I ain't eating that. What you say? See, this new day, new mama, new daddy shit, giving your kids everything they want, letting them talk back to you, push, shove on you. Oh, hell to the no. That wasn't going on when I was coming up. Think about balling your fist up like you're going to hit somebody. 3-year-olds talking back to their mom and daddy, cussing, telling them, no, I ain't do that. I don't want that. What did you say? You knew better. We don't live in that kind of world now. And then people think about their children are wayward at 8 and 9 because you didn't implement anything when they were toddlers. See, people like this, let them run free toddler BS. No, cookie. You're going to have a problem later on. Because at some point, your child has to learn rules. And you can't wait till somebody gets 10 and 11 to start saying, clean your room, make up your bed. No, I'm not buying you that. You still understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's too late then. Now, you raise your child how you see fit, but you can't complain when your children get older and they start acting out and talking back and falling out and acting violent because you gave them their way when they were younger. And that's all they know. That's all you taught them. And we're in a new world where people cater to their children. And that's a dangerous thing to do. That's why a lot of people don't have control over their household. They have children running their house. Children are telling them what to do, how to eat, how to spend their money. Bringing other people in the house. Oh, Timmy's going to spend the night. I beg your pardon? Did you ask me? Could Timmy spend the night? The world is backwards. But it's what you allow.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you need to instill these things in the children when they're young. So,
Sparkling Bubble said, because my mom, Brittany, my mom did the underarm pinch, the little pinch, and you better not scream when she did it. And it was the first warning. That's letting you know you better not open your mouth. It's too funny. Sparkling said, Timmy not staying. You are so funny. That is so funny. But that's right. You cannot let your children run your household. And that's what you're seeing a lot of today. That's why a lot of these children are wayward because there's nobody implementing any structure. What were you going to say, Brittany?
Oh, I don't even know what I was going to say. I don't know. Sorry. I forgot. I was reading this chat.
Mm-hmm.
Where we actually had an incident like that this week at my house. My son wanted to go to the beach with his friend for his birthday. No, sorry, you're not going. I don't know these parents. You just, and I hate to be like that, but no.
But too far out of reach where I can't see nothing.
That's exactly what I said.
Because you don't know what kind of parents they are. If they'll leave the kids alone in a hotel room or
Right.
strip somewhere, and God forbid the kids get in the wrong car, they get to acting out boyish, doing things they ain't got no business. Next thing you know, you got the police involved.
Right.
Or worst case scenario, your child missing. See, things go bump in the night when children are out of sight.
They can go with us to the beach. I don't mind taking somebody with us, but letting him go.
You know, those parents always say that. I won't send my child with them, but they can come with us. So those parents can say the same about you, but I don't know you.
Well, and that's fine.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Parents say that. I don't want my child going with other people.
I mean, there may be one or two parents that I would trust that he's friends with, but you know, they're kind of like me. They're a little bit more crazy and they pay attention, and you know, I mean, I just need to. I don't feel like I know them well enough. I don't like the idea of him riding in a car for 3 hours with someone.
Wow,
you know,
really?
I know that's awful. I don't know, because anything could happen. And I know anything could happen with him being with me as well. But
that part, but you're saying 3 hours, I don't see what's going on in the 3 hours.
Yeah, that's just it. You know, I don't feel like I know enough about these people. And I mean, I hate it because he is good friends with his kid, but no, it's not happening. It's just not.
What it is says, oh my God, Queen, like the kids on Dr. Phil hitting their parents and screaming. That would happen one time in my house, and one of us ain't going to be leaving. I look at them parents and shake my head. Exactly. Because as I said, I come from a different time. I was raised different than a lot of children are raised today that are in the 90s and 2000s. There was no talking back. There was no, I'm not going to eat this. There was no, I'm going to go do this. There was never that. My mother said this 1,000 times to people. I have never whooped Angela for the same thing twice, ever. So if I got in trouble today, if I got a spanking a month later, it was for something totally different. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was never the same thing. You have some children, they're getting whipped or not whipped, not disciplined or disciplined for the same thing constantly. And I'm going to say this about something I've seen recently. And we all live different. And please do not take offense to what I'm going to say, but maybe you need to hear it to possibly put your house in order. When your children are of a certain age, such as 9 and above, 8 and above, and they know how to talk on phones, they know how to use the restroom, tie their shoes, bathe themselves, open a refrigerator door, you have no business repeating twice to him or her what to do in your household. There is no, I said, clean that up, put that up, fold your clothes, make your bed, dust the table. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to know what to do in your house. You're not supposed to be talking back to your parents to tell them, I don't wanna, I ain't got time. What did you say? I do not believe in beating up children, but you might get snatched up by your damn collar or your ear. You don't do what I say do. And frankly, you shouldn't have to ever touch your child, because it should be known the first time I say, this is what's going to happen, ain't no talking back. When you set the rules, there is no discussion.
Right.
I don't have to keep going up to you telling you when you're going to wash the dishes, when you're going to wash the dishes, when you're going to sweep the floor, when you're going to sweep the floor. You have more than 2 children in your house and they're not toddlers. You should not have to be telling your grown-ass kids, and I say grown when they're damn near 8 and 10 because they act grown. You should not have to tell children to keep doing stuff, pick up stuff, put that up, close the refrigerator door, wipe that down. They're supposed to know to do that.
Right. I agree.
And some of you like to say, well, I go on and clean up anyway because they don't do it like I want it. I don't care. You are a busy parent working, a single parent, and you're going to rely on yourself working 10, 12 hours on the job to come home and clean up your damn house because you don't like the way your children do it. Then if that's the case, then you don't need to tell your children to do a damn thing. I don't agree with that. I say wash the dishes, you mop the floor, you clean the bathroom. We got a chart up here. There ain't no discussion. And it better be done by 31, 2, whatever the time is. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no conversation. or there'll be repercussions. But that's something I don't like hearing, is somebody keep repeating herself to their children. Why this ain't clean? Why this ain't done? Why is this out? Who ate this? Who drank this? Why is this here? Who put the vacuum cleaner here? The hell if I will. Let me tell you something about Queen. And most of you know how I am. I'm a funny duck. I do not like to repeat my damn self. And I definitely don't want to repeat it to somebody 10 and 12 and 8. Because you're no longer a toddler. So if you are old enough to sit on a cell phone, TikTok, IG, Facebook, you ought to know how to clean a damn toilet, clean a tub, clean an oven, sweep, mop, empty the trash. That's it. Y'all done got too quiet.
Oh, no, I
That's
agree.
true.
Cleanliness is definitely an issue, especially with having kids. And my son knows.
And I don't agree with that either. Going in your house in disarray, and you got grown ass kids.
No, definitely not.
Why is your house looking in disarray and you got grown kids that can clean? I have a
And
problem
I
with
could see
that.
if the child is like autistic or had Down syndrome, some type of disability. But other than that, if they're their age, they should be cleaning up.
That's my point. You know, to me, that's embarrassing.
Oh, yeah.
Walk in a house with 4 or 5 grown ass kids that's big enough to clean, and you steady yelling and screaming, put that down, leave that alone, pick that up, put this over here. I don't agree with that. You do what you want in your house, but to me, it's despicable to walk in somebody's house and it's messy and nasty, and you got a house full of damn kids, and you're steady telling your kids what to do. I don't agree with that. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with that picture. And I'm telling you, you don't get control of an 8-year-old, you are doomed. And I'm saying that. Because 8 becomes 10, 10 becomes 13. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you are doomed once they're preteens and they won't mind.
I think that laundry is about the only thing I won't let my son do.
Yeah. And you see this all the time. People, like you say, going to Dr. Phil, and you're hearing people's conversations. Oh, my child, he's in trouble. She's in trouble. And he did this, and the school called, and this and that, because you're not making your kids mind. This is what you have to tell yourself. If he or she won't listen at your own house, what in the hell will make you think he gonna listen at the schoolhouse? Now, you do have kids who will go to somebody else's house and mind and obey the rules.
Right.
But usually when children start acting out at school and getting in trouble, that's a sign that something's not right at their house. Somebody's not putting down their foot. Somebody's not minding the children, paying attention to what the children need to be doing. And if you stay gone a lot and you're not around, kids will get into all types of things. And it teaches your children discipline to do chores. Because in the real world, you're going to have to do these things for yourself. You cannot rely on somebody else to clean your house, mow, as you say, mow your grass and things like that. One day you may become a homeowner where you may have to cut the grass yourself. You got to clean your own toilets. You got to vacuum your own house. There's not going to be anybody to do that for you. And you see a lot of that with young people going off to college. They don't even know how to wash their clothes because nobody taught them how to wash clothes. Nobody told them how to separate their whites, their colors. You have to teach your kids these things. Even if you didn't learn it yourself, then find out. There's no harm in learning something new. But we live in a very undisciplined society right now. Everything is, we'll just accept it because everybody else is doing it. That's what's going on right now. Monkey see, monkey do. And then everybody starts crying later when things go bump in the night with their children, and then they want to go start, crying on Facebook and all that about, oh, I guess you heard what happened to my son, and he really didn't mean to do that, and all that woe is me shit. Well, that's too late. And I tell young people that too. You do not want to get yourself caught up in a situation where you get into trouble and there's no returning. There's no wiggling your way out of it. This is the very reason why we have juvenile delinquents, children facing charges as adults, because nobody was making them mind. Nobody was paying attention. Nobody saw the signs these children were acting out. And then they get themselves into trouble where they can't get out of it. Now they're facing time as an adult. Well, it's too late. Now they've got to plead on the mercy of 12 members of a jury. This is why I keep trying to tell people, you got to pay attention to your kids, because what is funny and cute at 3 and 4 will be a menace at 13, 14.
It's like all these kids that are, shooting at school. I can remember when we just knew not to bring a gun to school. It wasn't really even on. But
I never even heard of bringing a gun to school. I never heard of a gun. I didn't never hear about a gun in a school until Columbine, and I was an adult then. And I was
right
in my 20s then.
And it's crazy that these kids have access to those type things. It's crazy. I mean, I understand people have guns in their homes, but those should be.
Well, you need to keep them locked up. You just don't leave a gun
right.
around.
No.
You know. And that's another thing too. Children getting access to weapons. Because you're irresponsible leaving a weapon out. Your child goes, picks it up, he plays with it. He doesn't know any better. He's a kid, a toddler, 5-year-old. He don't know it's a real gun. Then he shoots somebody in the face or shoot himself. Hell yeah, you should be liable. That's one thing I feel like there should be no wiggle room. You leave a weapon out, your ass take the charge.
Oh, yeah. I think it was Florida that had implemented the law where they all have to have the clear book bags and things now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think that's a good start.
What's wrong with having monitors in the school? At all entry points. I understand
that would be great.
Costly. That's going to be costly because you got to have security at every entry point of a door. You understand what I'm saying? Because in high schools, they have all kind of doors and ways to get in and out of the school. But the point is, that's the easiest way to slip in a gun. Let's say you go through the gym door. You understand? Another building that's the what we would call the graphic arts building, and it connects to the main building. Well, if there's nobody with a baton or a machine, then you just walk on in with the weapon. Because most high schools have different entryways of getting into a school.
Oh yeah, there's multiple doors, even at the middle school.
And that's for safety reasons. You have to have multiple doors. But there's nobody on those doors if they're open. So it doesn't matter about the front of the door having a machine or somebody with a baton waving it at you coming in the door. What about the other entry points? Yes, Devon, I agree. Something truly missing in these families today, because most people aren't family oriented today. Today is come see, come saw. I do what I want. I wear purple hair, blue hair, mustache, eyeliner, I'm a boy, wear a dress, wear a kilt, do what I want. Multiple partners, this and that, coochie mama shorts, mom and daughter dressing alike. Mama had her daughter at 12. She's acting like she's still young. See what I'm saying? Everything is just acceptable. When I look at what the young women wear outside, I'd have never thought about wearing that. Even if I was a smaller woman, I would not wear coochie cutter shorts. I remember back in the early 2000s when it became popular to wear the thongs, and the girls would let the thongs show and the jeans would kind of hug on their ass.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't think that was cute.
No, I don't think there's anything
because it's not even hygienic.
Showing a bra or showing
your underwear.
Right, no.
Now guess what they're wearing?
Same for a man. I don't want to see your boxers.
Yeah, that sagging look, that's plain.
Yeah, I don't want to see any of that.
That to me is so ridiculous for you to be a grown man still walking around with your britches hanging down and your boxers and your underwear showing. That's not cute. And you're steady pulling them up. Well, you got to keep pulling them up every time you walk. That means you need to put a damn belt on. What's wrong with wearing a belt? Oh, it ain't cool. Well, it ain't cool for me to see your ass crack and your damn bloomers.
Even our convenience stores have signs that say stuff about pants hanging off of you.
Well, I don't blame them. You want to walk around looking any kind of way, that's your choice, but you're not going to come in my place like that. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with somebody telling you need to be fully covered up coming into a business or a store.
Right, I agree.
A lot of people want to come over folks' house with no shirt on.
Huh? No shirt? What you mean, a man?
Well, like a man or a woman, there's some women that walk around with no shirt on too. They just walk around with a bra.
I can't fool Skylar. Skylar, what the hell y'all doing in Mississippi?
Well, it's not me that's doing that.
I
I
ain't
know
being
like a
cute, but
week
I'm just
ago
saying,
I
who the hell
seen.
you done seen walk around with just a brassiere on?
Well, when I went to Walmart, it was some girl. She walked
Yeah,
out of the
that's what.
store like she
Let's
just
talk
had
about
some
that.
sports bra and some
That's
You
shorts.
what I was gonna say.
we
Was it
jumped
like a
off the
sports bra?
subject, but when you go into YouTube Q, they've got videos just about Walmart. And they
Really?
use it in Florida. Yeah, they in Florida. Florida has the worst YouTube. No, Florida has the worst Walmart customers in America because it's warm down there, damn near all year round, and the people, they're gonna dress according to the weather. Doesn't mean it's a good look, but it's what they're doing. So they're coming in there, gay, bisexual, tall, short, fat, white, black, in thongs, bathing suit cover-ups, bathing suits, bikinis, green hair, blue hair, peacock, all kind of craziness. And it is the wildest thing I've ever seen. People coming into Walmart drunk, high, half naked. No shoes on, but I blame the store because I would tell you, one, you got to have on shoes. One, you can't come in a bra top.
That's funny. I did see somebody in Walmart not long ago with socks on. Now that you mention it,
Say what,
and
baby?
I did see someone in our Walmart not long ago that just had socks on.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed in the store without shoes
So
ever.
I blame Walmart. As soon as I see you
Hmm.
come in the store and you walking in with a bathing suit on, a bikini, and you don't have a cover up, your ass is out of here. Sorry. You coming in with no shoes on, you can't come in here. The guy ain't got no shirt on, you can't come in here.
I mean, yeah, because the bathing suit's like a bra and panties. You wouldn't let them walk in their bra and panties, would you?
No. But if you're going to wear a bathing suit, you need to have an appropriate cover up for the bottom.
Right, I agree.
And
I mean,
even
because I'm not going to say
if
I
you're
haven't
not,
ever had to
you
go in
could
a
be a
store to
plus
cover
size,
up.
you could be a plus size woman or a smaller woman with big boom booms. If they're hanging out and you got extra foliage hanging out the sides and all that, you need to go get your jacket or a shrug, ma'am. See, you got to set rules. This is the reason why people do all the crazy stuff they do. There are no rules. We're living in a society now that just says, F it. You just come on the way you are. We're accepting of you. We don't care. Don't follow the rules. Just come on as you are. That's bullshit. And I think a lot
Yeah,
of people never had structure as children. That's why they act the way they act, and that's why they dress the way they dress.
I was shocked yesterday to see so many people at church wearing jeans, and that's fine. I don't really care, but I was never grown. When I growing up, that's not how we were
That's
allowed to
probably more.
dress.
That's probably more southern.
Yeah, but we
That's
were
probably more. That's more of a
never
southern
allowed
thing.
to wear jeans.
White and black people wearing jeans to church.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I don't know. It was shocking the amount of people. I guess was my thing, just because
Yeah,
we were. I would never wear a pair of jeans to church.
but the one thing I see, because everybody knows I go out through the week and the weekends. I go out and drink, and the dress attire is just so far out there that I just look. I just shake my head. The booty shorts and the shorts are so thin, the fabric, and all you see is ass cheeks. Some things they're wearing ain't even got no underwear on. Got see through all on the sides and cutouts on the side and the front. And I'm looking like I know this heifer ain't got no underwear on. You mean to tell me you would feel comfortable walking outside with a cut up little mini dress on, made of damn near sheer ass cotton, with no bloomers or no brassiere?
I wouldn't feel comfortable.
As I would say, smelling your own funk. Because I could not
I could
comfortably
never.
sit down in a chair or a bar stool knowing I ain't got no damn panties on. And my sides is cut out. That's what I saw this girl in. She was a Caucasian girl. She was with this black guy. And she was out this weekend and she had this blue outfit on. And it had like it's made where it's like it's ripped all the way at the front to the bottom and all on the side. So you basically saying I ain't got no bloomers on. Little mini dress. And honey, she was wearing it with her little fake booty.
Do you literally mean she had on a fake booty, or she had gotten like
She had
injections?
gotten one. We heard she had gotten one. Yeah, she had a little
Oh,
fake ass, and I'm just looking at her like, you only looking like that because of that fake ass. If it wasn't for that fake ass that he paid for, you wouldn't have that on.
Well, I don't think my husband would like me leaving the house like that either.
But that's the whole point. Why would you even want your lady to look like that? She could wear that at home when y'all are, entertaining one another. There's other sexy dresses she could wear, strapless or something that's, form fitting without all that see-through all the way from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, no.
Where people can see all her flesh, her stomach, her side to say, okay, this is going all the way down her side. You can see she ain't got no underwear on. But he like it, she love it. But the booty shorts, sheer shorts, sheer dresses, just a thong and a boy short underneath. I mean, just stuff. I just be looking like, wow, you wearing that outside? And I wore something see-through last week. I did. I became risque. I put on a nice little black brassiere underneath this purple little shirt, sleeveless. It really looks like something you put over a bathing suit and tied at the side. Yeah, I wore that bad boy out over my black damn bra.
So I do have one shirt that's black, but it is see-through. You're supposed to wear it with the black bra. I haven't actually worn it outside the house. Well, worn it all yet. But I don't know how I feel about it.
What it is says, and spandex is a privilege, not a right. Women need to know that. Well, what it is, I'm going to talk about that for a minute. Even though jump off the subject of what my titles are, but I saw a guy put on a Facebook post. This was probably last year. He said, I wish you women would please stop wearing them yoga pants outside because I'm sick of looking at y'all in them. Now, we know that those yoga pants, stretch pants, are comfortable. Leggings, period. That's why they're easy to put on. You don't got to button up nothing. Easy to get out of. Use the restroom, slip back up, boom, you're done. And I know where he was going with that. Possibly some women are too big in his eye to be wearing yoga pants, leggings, too juicified. And I have seen women in them juicy ass pants. They thin, the fabric thin, and she about to bust out of them because she got them too little. It is what it is. Many women do not wear their size in their clothing. I know it because I'm guilty of it. I think I can squeeze my big butt into something. I put on that girdle. You can't tell me nothing. But is it derogatory? I guess it depends on who's looking. But some things that is being worn should not be worn out in public. You know you're a 3X. You cannot get in a small. Hello?
Oh, yeah, not with some leggings because you're going to stretch that material.
Yeah, but not even just leggings, just a dress. Because I know
anything,
that wears clothes, and I know they're not their size, and it's somehow in their mind is telling them, I'm going to get in this dress one way or the other.
My thing about that is, how is that comfortable?
It ain't. Your boobs hanging out,
either.
the dress tight, the dress short, but you in it.
And how embarrassing if you make like one wrong move and it rips.
Exactly. Just imagine that fabric coming undone. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, see, I would never be that brave. That'd be my luck. I'd go out and I'd make one wrong move and it'd like rip to pieces. Never. I'm not that brave.
Good. You better go back in the bathroom. What's wrong? Good. You got a hole in your dress.
Now I ain't gonna lie, I wear the shit out of some leggings. Especially now that I work from home. I only wear black though. I don't like those flesh colored off that. I cannot do that. But I wear some leggings. I'm not gonna lie on that.
Yeah, I like leggings too because they're easier to move around in. They sure.
And get you. And they have some really nice ones you can find.
Mm-hmm. But nobody likes wearing their size. I'm guilty of that too. You don't like them too big. You want the dress too big. Because when you're a bigger person, the bigger The more fabric, it still makes you look bigger. But then you don't want it too tight either, because then you look, unpleasant, let's say.
And then it's surprising to me the girls that don't wear like Spanx or something.
Oh yeah, if I wear a form-fitting dress, I'm wearing the girdle. She is on. I'm not wearing just no regular bloomers.
Oh, I'm wearing some Spanx. I don't give a shit what I got on.
I got
I mean, if it's like a
all the way
dress,
under my bosoms, and I wear that bad boy. Anytime I wear a fitted dress, a thin fabric, you know what I'm saying? I got to hold in all of this onion sitting up under my breast. I'm trying to hide all of that. I am not trying to be visible. You can still see, okay, I got a tummy, but you got some women right now, they don't care about their shape. They don't care if they're hourglass, pear shape, boy shape. They still will say, I don't care, I got a big old stomach. I'm going to wear just my regular panties and a fitting dress. No, boo-boo, you can't do that.
oh no.
And you don't have a girly shape, you cannot just wear no form-fitting dress. And you got nothing but tummy. No. But to each his own. Listen to what it is in my outer shape. I can't fool with y'all. So most of the people in the chat, we're going to put a poll up. I'll put a poll up after this live because we veered off the subject. The subject on this live stream tonight was a two-part subject pertaining to children and men. Would you dress your toddler boy in a dress, girl attire, if he asks to wear a dress? And the second part of this discussion is pertaining to men. You have been dating a man a long time. You've been in a relationship with him a long time, married to him. He one day tells you that he likes men. He's attracted to men, but he does not want to vacate the relationship. Do you stay or do you go? Sparkling bubbles. What are you knowing to? Knowing to letting the boy wear dresses?
I say no to all of it.
You say no. You saying no, I wouldn't stay in the relationship with the man. Because you and Skylar always let me know. No to the dressing a boy up in dresses, and no, you wouldn't stay in a relationship with a man who now tells you that he's bisexual.
Correct.
But just imagine dating somebody and you know they're bisexual. Why would you want to do that as a woman? Hello, Michelle. Welcome. Thank you, sweetheart. Brittany.
Now that's crazy if the woman already knows and she still talks to the man anyways.
Well, we live in this type of world where women do know the men are bisexual.
But the world we live in today, people just don't care.
This is true. I believe that. That's just like that thing that's been on live stream here on YouTube. That's Boy H's father. I don't understand that thing. He's got a woman and she know he like men. Why would you want to be with him? And he looks sickly to me. You hear me, Brittany? Brittany done fell out. He looks feminine. Yes, he does. And I don't know why a woman would want to be with a man that looks feminine, acts feminine, and then says, oh yeah, by the way, I like men. I don't understand that. I mean, to each his own, but I don't believe in all that extra relationship stuff. I'm not with none of that. Whatever they be called, that pan relationships, all that. I'm not with none of that. And I ain't trying to learn no new names for nothing. Because you're not going to ever be able to keep up no way. I'm not with none of that. But to each his own. I'm going to drop the link in case somebody wants to hit the link. Brittany, what happened to you? 27 viewing. Well, what happened to Brittany? Well, she done fell out. Probably got too late. She ready to go to bed. She got to go to work in the morning. Oh, Sparkling says how disgusting that guy is. Yeah, he's very disgusting. I would run, Michelle says. Disease City. Yes, that's my point. Is that this is how HIV AIDS came to be. It was linked back to two men having sex with one another. So that should tell you something right there. Two men had sex, anal sex, and that's how HIV and AIDS came to be. And then men who are on the down low, or possibly openly bisexual, slept with a woman. And then that's how women became infected with HIV AIDS. The rest is history. And you have to ask yourself, why all of a sudden two men have sex with each other and we have this disease? You understand what I'm saying? Because men have probably been sleeping with each other since the beginning of time. But why all of a sudden, 70s, a man sleeps with a man and this disease comes about? That's something to think about. Skylar, you still with me?
I'm still here.
Okay. I don't know where Brittany went. Hold on a minute. Let me see what happened to her. Oh, thank you, Stacy, for the super chat. Thank you, darling. Brittany done fell out. Oh, that's Stacy. Here she come. Stacy? I think she got disconnected. What the hell Brittany doing?
Brittany probably had to go to bed.
Yeah, I know it's probably getting late. Let me see. Let me call her. She ain't answering.
Sorry, my husband called and knocked me off.
That's okay. Did you want to come back on or you want to bed? Yeah, we 1 hour in. 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Okay, I'll come back.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, her husband. He called Travels. Well, what's somebody say? Dressing up in a toga or kilt for a Halloween or college costume party is okay, but not as daily dress. Elizabeth, you mean for boy children? Your boy child says he wants to wear a dress, a toddler. Do you allow him to wear a dress? Start wearing dresses and girl clothes. That is the question of the hour. Part 2 of this live is pertaining to you women. You're dating a man, living with a man, we're in a relationship, married. He tells you he likes men, but he does not want the relationship to end. Do you stay or do you go? That is a 2-part question for this live stream. Hit the link if you want to come up and give your opinion to these topics. Brittany?
I'm back. Sorry.
What do you think about all these names they want us to call? Bisexual, homosexual, open relationship, all this pan, this and that, binary. I just don't get into all that.
Well, I'll be honest. I was a little skeptical.
I try not to call nobody nothing anyway, so I am not trying to remember all these different names. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I was a little skeptical last time we discussed about the Target issue even coming up on panel because I didn't want to say something inappropriate. Not that I would mean it, that way, but, to misspeak.
Well, did y'all watch my last live stream from last week when I was out at the rooftop? You see all those people I was talking to, and when they were talking about the tuck and tuck products at Target, they were kind of voices on their opinions.
I didn't watch that far. Then I'd have missed that part.
Girl, I had a ball up there on the rooftop, honey. Queen was putting it up, baby.
Yeah, I remember up on the rooftop.
Yes, when that rooftop had it going on, baby. Yeah. I met some people, 2 nice-looking guys, and then there was another guy with his lady friend, and that came up, the subject of the products, and most of them basically saying they don't have anything against anybody bisexual, gay, or wanting to tuck it, but I don't want to see it walking in the store.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady said she'd rather see it in the back of the store. Michelle, you're new to the panel right now. Well, I mean, you've been on the show before. So I'm going to ask you, your boy child asks to wear dresses. Do you dress him in girl clothes?
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Your man tells you he likes men now, but he doesn't want to end the relationship. Do you stay or do you go?
You heard me. I run. But you already know that on my one comment that I told you that my ex-husband went to my daughter. Girl, I ran. I got a divorce. FYI.
Wait, slow down, slow down. Say what?
Yes, I told you about this before I left Ohio. My ex-husband, before we divorced, announced to me that he was talking to my oldest daughter, and that's why we got a divorce.
Okay.
Oh yeah, girl.
Do you still?
Y'all want some juice? Check this out.
Oh my God! You got to stay on topic.
No, it's gonna be clean. It's gonna be clean, Miss Queen. Because
no, but I'm saying you got to stay on topic. We've already veered off the subject.
We are on topic. Okay, I gave this man everything the world. He was an addict. La di da di da. I got him clean. I got him. I dressed him. I fed him. I did everything from A to Z and D back. Okay. I gave him everything that he has today. I made him the man that he was supposed to have been years ago. Okay. And then come to find out, you're going to tell me that you are secretly talking to my daughter and you wanted to be with her, but then you want to stand in front of me and God and everyone and you want to marry me. Oh, hold up. But for 10 years, you want to marry me? How disrespectful is that, my own daughter? But then I call you up and ask you, how can you do that when I carry your butt? Which I'm trying to not use no language because Miss Queen, I respect you that much. So I try to talk to her, and you know what she tells me? All she says is, it just happened. But check this out. She never once they ever accepted him as a stepdad, but they were always friends. Now, you tell me, she's been locked up for a year in jail for a domestic violence because she beat up her best friend because her best friend went to her man and did shit. And she got pregnant by him. So she thinks it's okay to come into my territory and do that. Now, you ladies, I need y'all's comments. Same topic, same situation.
And it's not the same situation. Didn't I tell you I wanted to stay on topic about this subject matter because we've already veered off, and now you come here talking about your daughter and your man.
I love you, Queen.
You don't listen, Michelle. Now, what you want us to tell you after that? What should we tell you?
That is a good thing I left.
No, you should have stayed. You love him.
Shit. Girl, I'm in Georgia now.
Mm-hmm.
And done lost my elbow. Found my sister after 50 years. I'm proud of myself. I'm doing me.
Are you dating?
No, ma'am. What? Girl, like you say, shut your mouth. Seriously, no, ma'am, I am not dating.
Why not?
Because that is not even entered my brain.
Mm.
No, ma'am.
So you telling me you don't want to date, Michelle?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Because right now, that is not even an option. After getting a divorce, after 10 years, I think right now I need to rest my soul and my heart.
So you just going to be what? A YouTube watcher?
How long have you been divorced?
You know something? No. After talking to my counselor and I just need to find me and enjoy my life after 50 years. I live with my sister now, and I'm finding out about my family, finding out about me. And you know how they always say you need to take time for yourself? I'm finding out about me now.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Well, Michelle, let me ask you this.
Okay.
How do you feel about nip tuck products in the Target and chain stores for people transitioning or wanting to be of the opposite sex?
Honestly and truthful, if they decide to do that, that is up to them. I mean, if I don't feel that they need to go cutting their wackadoodle off to be
Oh
a
my God, Elizabeth. No, listen at me. Listen.
oh,
I'm talking
You
about a nip tuck. You don't need a nip tuck if you've gotten rid of the parts, Michelle. You're not listening. I'm talking about selling the products in the front of the store, in the bathing suit department for women, but it's for the tucking of the private parts on a man.
would you
was
be
that?
offended seeing those in the store?
No, I wouldn't be offended at all.
Okay.
Okay.
No. But the
Elizabeth had something strange in the chat. It doesn't really have nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but y'all see, I don't like the subject here. Elizabeth says, I heard for the first time today about a man that was assaulted in Nashville, Tennessee Hilton Hotel by a manager. The victim woke up at 5 a.m. when the manager began sucking his toes.
oh
Do
Lord.
what?
So much for my topics. Damn. I'm dead.
Sorry, Queen.
It wasn't the
Well,
embassy, was it?
Let's address that since somebody put it in the chat. So somebody has put a key in your private room and you wake up and they are sucking your toes. Maybe I'll do a live about that tomorrow.
Do you? Whoa.
This should be an ABC. What would you do?
What would you? You know what I would do? I'd wake up and I'd slap the you know what out of them.
So let's go down the line. Brittany, what would you do?
I don't know. I picture myself like, a natural reflex of like kicking him in the face. Just,
Okay.
and then call 911.
Probably the same thing. I probably would kick the person too.
Michelle.
I would slap the you know what out of them.
Or would there be somebody who might just sit on and let them keep sucking their toes?
Oh hell no. No. Mm-mm.
So what I'd like to know, Elizabeth, was this a man sucking another man's toes?
Oh my
Was it a
God.
woman sucking a man's toes? A female manager? How do you start with sucking the toes and not just get down to the nitty gritty?
Oh.
He was working his way up.
Okay. Brittany.
Brittany is so rotten.
Oh, Jesus.
He could have happened in May.
That was definitely foreplay. Let me start way at the bottom so I can get up on the and then make my way up to the boom boom spot. And then by then you don't even care until you look up and see, damn, that's a man sucking my private parts. Shut your mouth. I can't.
Because there ain't no way anybody's gonna stay asleep while they sucking their toes. Come on.
No, because if you came in that room alone and nobody else has a key to be in there sucking your toes, hell yeah, you need to get up and look and see who's sucking your damn toes.
So she says a man, okay, I'm rereading what she said. She said about a man who was assaulted. So the man's toes were sucked.
So it's a man getting his toes sucked.
Was the manager a female or male?
Elizabeth, hit the link.
Oh.
Listen, he would get my baseball bat beside his head. I always carry my bat. Who is carrying a damn bat in a hotel?
Well, shoot, get me a frying pan because I like frying pans.
She said yes, man on man. A man called to get his TV fixed, and the manager came to check it out. The next evening, the manager came back while he was... Oh, my God.
Hold on.
Oh, Lord.
So, Queen, when you're downtown next time, you need to...
She's like,
don't mess with me, Brittany.
No, I'm saying you need to go see if you can get any interviews.
She's like, shut your mouth.
Any employees want to speak on this?
You need help, Brittany.
I have to say, Miss Queen is awesome, and she's amazing.
Ted says male manager, male guest. I would assume that's probably what it was.
Yeah, that's what Elizabeth says. Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. I'm trying to get the latest information because May 9th is the last. May 5th.
They love getting off the topic.
Hold on, May 9th. Here we go, everybody. 1 month ago. A manager at the Hilton Hotel in downtown Nashville has has been charged with aggravated burglary and assault after he reportedly entered a guest room and sucked on his toes. According to Metro Police, 52-year-old David Neal was the night manager at downtown Nashville's Hilton Hotel, located in the 100 block of 4th Avenue South. Police said Neal made a key card and used it to enter the guest rooms on March 30th at around 5 a.m. The guest, Pete Brennan, told police he woke up and found Neal sucking on his toes. He immediately confronted Neal and recognized him as the person who had come into his room the day before with another employee to address an issue the guest was having with his TV, according to the investigators. Officers arrived at the hotel and spoke with Neal, who allegedly admitted to entering the guest room, but said he did so after he allegedly smelled smoke and wanted to check on the victim. However, police said Neal did not report the smell of smoke to security, nor were there any reports about a smell of smoke in the hotel. The room key was not recovered, and investigators said Neal claimed he threw the key away. Neal was arrested Friday at his home and is jailed on a $27,000 bond. Earlier this month, Brennan filed a lawsuit against the hotel, telling Next Stars WKRN that his attorneys found Neal has a lengthy criminal history. Very interesting. Multiple charges of forgery, drinking and driving, manslaughter conviction as well, which served prison time. Michael Fisher with Rocky McHelney Law Firm, who was one of the lawyers representing Brennan, told WKRN when Hilton hired this person, they had to have known. They have to do background checks to know, and the fact that they would put somebody like that in a position where they have the ability to clone keys, have the ability to get into a guest room. At the time, a Hilton spokesperson said that because the downtown Nashville location is independently owned, they cannot speak on the hotel's behalf. Hilton Downtown Nashville later told WKRN, the safety and security of our guests and team members is our highest priority. We are working closely with the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, and it's part of company policy. We do not comment on ongoing investigations. Wow. What a fucking story. Well, thank you, Miss Moore, for the story. That will be the Queen's next live. Wow. I have not even gotten a notification for this story. It being a month old. And I haven't seen anything like that in the YouTube queue either.
Wow.
Let's discuss it. This man has other charges, been to prison. This ain't good.
No.
Now, I believe in giving people a chance. But anything dealing with forgery, usually hotels, any business dealing with credit cards, cash, money, they will not allow you to work in a front desk capacity, cash register, so on and so forth, due to the fact that you have a forgery charge. Especially, even if it's an older charge, could be 30, 40 years, they still will not hire you. So I'm trying to figure out, how is this person working at a hotel, at a Hilton at that, not no Motel 6, but the Hilton, and you've got these type of charges. Let me repeat them again, because this is bullshit.
That's crazy.
$27,000 bond. He's been charged with forgery, drinking and driving, manslaughter conviction. That's probably from the drinking and driving, which he served prison time. So should you have somebody who has a manslaughter? That means he's murdered somebody from drinking and driving, working at the Hilton behind the front desk. How do you go from manslaughter, forgery to sucking toes, Alway?
What in the world would make you think?
I gotta get some. I'm thirsty. Y'all take it from here, because I'm thirsty.
She's like, wait, I'm thirsty.
I can't do this shit. This is some bullshit.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody's kind enough to give you a job after you've murdered somebody from drinking and driving, and this is what you do: sneak in a room and suck toes. You've been doing some other bullshit. Come on, y'all.
So Elizabeth says he did time for killing his roommate. Ooh.
Okay, they probably was in a car together and he wrecked.
That is crazy.
But guess what? If this is man on man, you're now talking about a homosexual.
I would assume so, yeah.
So how do you
kind of
somebody's room? Well, let's keep it real. We're joking because of sucking toes, but he could have raped the man. If it was a man on woman, we would be appalled to find out somebody snuck in a woman's room while in a hotel. See, you're never safe in a hotel. This is why I keep trying to tell people, you are not safe anywhere. So long as somebody has a key to your fucking house, you are not safe.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that there was not like an altercation.
That's my point. And I've stayed in a hotel recently when I was in transition here a few months ago before moving. And let me tell you, I always put that latch up on that fucking door to make sure you can knock all fucking day. Ma'am, are you still staying? Ma'am, you want this? Ma'am? You ain't getting in there because I got that lock on there, that latch. You're not coming to my room.
Wow.
I knew better. And then the last room I had was right near the door, the exit door, and people were coming and going and leaving the door open. You cannot trust people in hotels because you have a lot of transient people staying in hotels.
Oh, yeah.
So you cannot be slipping. You can't be caught slipping. And I was very friendly with the staff. We would speak, whole conversations, but it did not mean I trusted them. And what stuck out to me the most is when he said they was in his room the day before checking the TV. We had that issue in the hotel as well. The TVs weren't working, and the men had people coming in and they were working the TVs. And I didn't feel comfortable leaving my, good valuables in the room with my computer and all that stuff, knowing somebody's going to be in there checking the TVs. If I ain't there, you could be in there rambling through my stuff. You can't trust people.
Mm-hmm.
You can't trust people. Skylar, what do you have to say about the story?
Well, I don't think he should have been allowed to work at a hotel, because, like you said, it's not.
But let's ask ourselves that then: did they do a proper background check?
So I'll say this:
some places don't even do background checks no more.
Well, in a hotel, you should,
right?
Because you have access to people's credit cards and their rooms. Hell yeah, you should do a background check.
And then you should make sure they're not like a sex offender or anything.
Let me say something. Let's just keep it real. When it comes to apartment rental, Airbnb, hotels, you should not have nobody that has any sexual assault, any type of violence, any type of theft, because those are places that are built on trust. And when somebody has access to go in your room, whether you're in there or not, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always kept the latch on. In case somebody decided they wanted to come in there and do some hanky-panky. That's how a woman was murdered in Florida a year or two ago. Beautiful girl. Lived in a skybox. The guy working the front desk had access to her door with a key. And I have a problem with that. How do you go from security to having a door to my fucking apartment? She was a realtor. He saw her come in that night. She probably had been out partying, having a good time. He knew to go in there. He knew she was single, lived alone, and he opened her door and sexually assaulted her. Do you know they didn't even have a camera on her floor to even see that he exited on her floor and put the key in the door? That's why he went in her room with that key. So I'd like to know, why is security having a key to the rooms? Security should not have a key to nobody's fucking room. For what reason?
And did they say he was the manager?
The manager of the apartment building should have a key to the residences. Security should not have a key to my fucking apartment. Ms. Moore says the victim was an intelligence security officer in the military and was able to keep his cool and contact the police. Oh, well, maybe he's a sugarfoot. Come on, y'all. A man is sucking your toes and you a man and you didn't invite him in there and you didn't whoop his ass.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I mean, honestly.
And you the military? Which military? The Navy? I said that. Because you know what they say about being in the Navy. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you've heard the rumors.
Right.
I find that very strange. You didn't clean that room up and whoop his ass in there. He won't be sucking nobody else's toes and breaking and entering. See, we live in a world where we take life for granted, thinking, oh, that'll never happen to me. I'm always aware of my surroundings. When you least expect it, you will be a victim if it is your day. And this is an example of that. You're in your hotel room sleeping. You obviously didn't have the latch on the door to where he couldn't have gotten in. Because if you close that flap over that lock, he wouldn't have been able to get in even with opening the door with the key.
Right.
This is bullshit. Y'all continue talking. I'll be right back.
The world has gotten so crazy and just the last, what, 15 years, I would say. Does anyone agree? Mm-mm-mm. Did you guys hear about the story on June 15th
What happened?
in Ohio with the father that killed his 3 sons? And when they went to arrest him, he goes, "Oh, I'm not going to hurt nobody."
Oh yeah, I
Arrested him.
saw that.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, it wasn't that far from where I used to live. That's what's sad. That just went right through me. I'm surprised Queen didn't get a thing on her notification.
Yeah, I think she's seen it earlier. I'm still stuck
That
on this hotel guy. That is so crazy. That, I mean, there is
I
something
know.
about, like, it makes me feel like, was he attracted to this man? So that's why he came back the following day.
That's what I was about
You
to
know,
say. You took it right out of my mouth. Like, was he attracted to him for him to get a key to even go to his room? You know what I mean? Like, he must have seen him walk into the motel, check in. He must have sparked like some kind of interest in him for him to go to that room. You know what I mean?
and how did you
There had
think you were going to get away with something like that?
exactly. Mm-mm.
That's so crazy.
I know. Every time you
I
walk
picture
out
me
your
like getting my shit and running out of the room. I don't know. That's crazy.
first, he'd get his A
You
double
would
plus.
think for him working with the military and, working in security that he would have had the latch locked and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Because they have the post-traumatic stress disorder anyway, and they wouldn't want no one to come in on them, and then that happened. Wow. The Queen is right. Every time you walk out that door, you have to always be careful of your surroundings all the time. Do you guys know what I carry with me every time I go out? Wasp spray. I'm just
Like a
waiting for
bottle of
someone.
wasp spray.
Yeah, a can of wasp spray. Sure do.
What about mace?
No,
That's what I
wasp
was
spray.
going to.
No.
What's the
I
difference in wasp
believe.
spray and mace?
Okay, well, mace, I don't want to get it on me, and me can hurt. I only got one arm, guys. I roll
Okay.
around in my scooter, so I've only got one arm. So if anything attacks me, all I gotta do is spray you with wasp spray, and then I take the cane and I knock you over the head. By then, I've got 911 on the phone. But like Medea said, I call 910.
So, do you keep this wasp spray in your purse?
No, I keep it in my basket when I'm rolling, and I keep a knife in my my little dupe bag. It's like a bag. I don't carry a purse. Yeah. I make sure I'm well protected because when you're a little person, I've only got one arm. I'm making sure I'm well protected. After I've been kidnapped, oh, I am well aware of my surroundings. I'm always paying attention.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But when I'm
Wasp
out on
spray. That's a new one on me.
everybody's like, "Why don't you have mate?" No, I got wasp spray. It's a big can. My sister's like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Sure you
Okay.
go."
So you use a wasp spray because it will blind you, wouldn't it?
Well, it'll hurt them. Yeah, you're right.
It will probably be worse than mace.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, because see, with
This story is very discerning to me because many people travel and you don't know people. To me, it's no different than going to an Airbnb. You're staying in someone's private home. You don't know if they have security cameras. Did that ever occur to any of you that somebody could plant a camera in the hotel rooms in the Airbnb and watch your every move?
Mm-hmm.
Moore says he probably had done it before. Nashville alcohol coming in late. He was mistaken for a party boy, but he was there for a business trip. The victim was very shaken by it and immediately went home. Yeah, but Moore, he's a man in the military. That is very rare that a man wouldn't strike another man. I'm sorry. I know
Unless it was just pure shock.
everybody's not violent, but you're talking about being assaulted by a whole nother man and you're a fucking straight man. I find that very odd. I'm sorry.
Right.
And you know what? Exactly. Maybe he thought that about him. He watched him. He looked feminine. And he thought he would be down for somebody sneaking into his room. This is how I look at it. Let's say he was attracted to this man and he didn't know how to approach him. Or he's just a sadist. A sadist ain't going to ask for permission. Why not just go up to him and say, hey, how you doing? Strike up a conversation. See what he's about. A gay man should be able to fill out another gay man. Maybe that's what he thought. He was a gay man. But that's still not the way of going about doing it. You're not going to assault somebody because you're attracted to them.
Right.
And you see this going on a lot with, men on women crimes. She's pretty, you hold a conversation just because she's talking to you. Now you're ready to rape her. Just because I talk to you does not mean I want you to sexually assault me.
It's crazy to think that he got that far, really, was able to get in the room to.
Yeah, but he might have been in deep sleep, Brittany.
Yeah, I guess.
If you're in deep sleep, you don't know somebody's in your room. Come on. You think about the nights you went to sleep and there was a storm. You woke up, you didn't even know it had stormed outside.
That's true.
So you wouldn't know that somebody came in your room. He had to have gotten in there and he didn't have that latch over the door.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
That's what I was saying. That's a little surprising knowing that he worked for security for the military.
And the fact that Moore says he could have done it before. That's the whole point. We're probably dealing with a predator who's been doing this. You don't wake up at 30-something years old breaking in people's rooms.
No.
You've been doing some wicked shit besides drinking and driving and killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He needs his ass whooped. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel about anybody that does any type of crime like that. You need a good old-fashioned beating.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
What was you going to say, Brittany?
I said, I assume he was fired.
You know what?
I mean, that is just, I cannot imagine.
I tried to find the latest one. They didn't say anything about him being fired. I would have, damn well they ain't going to keep you working in no damn hotel after you done broken somebody's damn room and doing
that. You wait till I tell my husband this story.
This is a wicked story.
It is, and he travels all the time for work.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why when I was staying in a hotel recently, I made sure to keep that latch over the door because I don't trust you. I don't care that you smile at me and how do you need towels? How do you need this? People watch you. They have cameras. They can see you coming and going. They can see that you didn't bring anybody in the room with you. That's the time to pounce. She's in the room. She's alone. He's alone. He knew to go in there. He's alone. He saw him come in.
Yeah, hotels can be really dangerous.
Right.
That's because somebody has access to watch you on a camera. Just sit there all day at night and just watch you come and go. People come and go, come and go. Okay, I got the key. Let me go in their room.
Yeah, that's crazy. Sucking the man's toes. You gotta be.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either.
I thought it was going to be some type of, full-blown sexual assault. Sucking, so now he's a toe licker. And I've seen many men and heard of men who like licking toes. That's your preference. But a man licking another man's toes, go by.
Elizabeth said he was watching from home and had thousands of photos on his computer. Yeah, he's going to jail.
Elizabeth, who's your source on this information? You're repeating a lot of stuff now. Where are you reading this stuff from? Yes, Divine. Very brazen. But
that would make sense if he was a manager. Maybe he had access to the security cameras and somehow he tapped into that from home.
Yeah, I was.
I don't follow. What does home have to do with it?
Well, she's saying he was watching from home, so I'm wondering if somehow. Oh no! She said not the Hilton guy, another guy. Okay. Sorry. Let me go back and read.
When you work at the hotel, any Joe Blow working behind the hotel has access to your fucking room. Bottom line. This is why you have to be careful running your mouth in public. What have I always told you all about that? Be careful what you tell. When you start telling people, I'm in transition, this happened, the butcher baker, I left my husband. You can't tell all that stuff. Because you don't know who you're talking to. You think because you're talking to a woman behind the counter that she wouldn't sexually assault you or break into your room or get somebody to break in your room. You got to think. And when I stayed in a hotel months ago, it was transient city.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, because you got people traveling
people
for work.
Yes, people there for work, people there for things going on at UT, and then you got people that's out looking for shit to be into. And the hotel is the perfect place for a robbery. Because you know they got money or they wouldn't be staying there. That's your assumption.
Right, yeah. Because usually when people stay, yeah, you're right. When they stay in the motel.
I'm coming out the room. Here's a white man sleeping in his car. I see him moving the blankets around. What the fuck are you doing? And then next thing I know, he's in somebody's room. His windows are down or whatever, and he's not in the car anymore. So it's kind of like, okay, why were you in this car with blankets in the first place? Whose room did he go into? See, you have to watch stuff like that. One guy's still sitting in his truck. Coming out, he's in the truck. You return, he's still sitting in the truck. What are you doing sitting in the truck? For what? You have to watch stuff like that. You cannot be oblivious. This is why people get hurt, because they don't watch stuff. They're just, oh, la-di-da, I got my food, I'm going to jump out the car. You got to look in the rear view. You got to look at who's in their cars. You got to pay attention, because that is what they're hoping for, is that you are not paying attention. Just like I don't like walking into a room, a building like that, and you coming in behind me and ain't using no fucking door key because I opened. Now you walk in right behind me. How do I know you even stay in the hotel? How do I know you're visiting somebody at the hotel?
Right.
I don't.
Right.
And then my ass sitting up here because I had so much stuff, they went ahead and gave me a room closest to the entry door, but that's a dangerous place for me to have to be. Because all you need is the wrong person to know. She goes in and out. Her room's right there at the door. You got somebody coming in behind you, and then let's say you go straight to the door. Well, if they're walking behind you, they could try to force you to push the door, open your door. Pull a gun out, open the door. Nobody's around but just me and this person. What if somebody's not looking at the camera? You have to think. See, this is the reason why many people are victims. They don't think. They don't pay attention to their surroundings. You don't talk a lot when you're in places that's public like this. You don't know who's listening. You don't know who's watching the conversation. Just like I would, late night, I'd come in, I want some ice. I'd go run down the hallway in my gown, which was probably not a good idea, and get ice. Naturally, my door is locked, of course, but you understand what I'm saying. You don't know what you're going to encounter out in the hallway, and it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's usually the craziest time, is that time.
Exactly. And there are people going to hotels watching people to get into stuff. They're going there to serve people dope. They're going there to get into mischief. The people in the hotel, they're into mischief. You don't know people. And this story is a prime example of them having a fucking killer, forger, you know. He didn't have no business working in that line of work. And I'm not saying a person can't change their life to where, you know, I don't know how long the forgery is, but let's just say the forgery was a few years before the manslaughter incident. This is not somebody you should have had working in your hotel. Now, I could say you drinking and driving, you might have trying to redeem yourself. You need a job. I wouldn't necessarily say I would assume he was going to break in somebody's room and do that type of assault from drinking and driving. I probably wouldn't think that.
No, I wouldn't think
people are going to
either.
judge him now like, well, he's a menace. He drinks, he drives, he steals people's money, and he also assaults people. This is a sick person right here.
Yeah, that's sick. I mean, there's no way going into that. There's no way he thought he.
That's what I'm saying. You can't even logically explain breaking into a fucking hotel room to suck somebody's toe. What the fuck are you saying?
Crazy. They should have did a more thorough background.
Mr. Such and such, you're standing accused of breaking and entering and sucking some man's toes. How do you plead?
I'm sure
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
the judges look at that and be like, boy.
I could see the sexual assault, having sex with the person, raping the person, because that's normally what people do if they break and enter and they're sadists. You've never heard of somebody breaking into a fucking hotel room to suck somebody's toes.
Yeah, I guess he's lucky. That's all he wanted to do.
Exactly.
How much money do you think the Hilton should pay the victim?
Well, this is an independent owner, so the insurance will be paying.
Yeah, I was about to say that it'll be the insurance.
How much would you expect if you were the
I don't know.
one?
He gonna get some money, believe that. It ain't gonna be no 20, 30,000, I bet you that. It's gonna be in the high numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Because you broke into that man's room.
Right.
And you were given a trust issue. They're gonna probably damn near go bankrupt after paying this man a lawsuit money. Civil suit, whatever. Damages. And who's gonna want to go in a hotel again? People, and this is what's crazy about this. We'll say this, but then people will still go in a hotel. We'll still go in places where people are in a trust position.
Well, yeah, I mean, because just think of how, you're in Tennessee and you hadn't even heard of this yet.
I hadn't.
So, I mean, and a lot of people don't pay attention to the news. Let's see.
Yeah, because a lot of people are oblivious to what goes on in the world. And I tell people, you need to start paying attention to stuff that goes on.
I mean, this is the first I'd ever heard of it.
Because I've said this, I don't know how many times. I do not like the fact of somebody having a key to my fucking house. That's why I don't like renting. So long as you have a key, you could come in here and wipe me clean. And do the worst in my sleep. Who the hell wants to be fighting off a perpetrator in their damn sleep?
That's the worst, because that's where, things go. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how a white girl got killed many years ago. It was off of Forensic Files. She was a student at the University of Texas, or one of those universities. And somebody broke an apartment. They were trying to figure out who did it. Was it the boyfriend or the guy she had dated, the ex-boyfriend? They thought maybe he did it. No, maintenance worker. Let himself in her apartment. Got her while she was sleeping. Why you kill her? You didn't have to kill her. You didn't have to kill her.
Yeah, I guess
Skylar, you're too quiet.
That's crazy.
Skylar.
I'm still here listening.
Okay, you don't have anything to say about the subject matter, dear?
Like I was saying, I think it's just crazy that he was allowed to work there, and about the manslaughter thing. I think they should have did a background check on him.
Yeah. Well, let's go here. What if they did do a background check and they just gave him a second chance to redeem himself? How do y'all feel about that? That they didn't know he had manslaughter charge, drinking and driving, and they said, "Well, we're gonna give him a chance anyway."
Yeah, that's possible. They could have given him a chance. Well, maybe he might do right this time.
Right, Brittany.
I don't know. I think this is a kind of a hard one because he doesn't really have any
sexual, bad
charges.
Heinous charges such as sexual assault, rape.
I'd be interested to know what year he was charged with the actual manslaughter.
Manslaughter and the forgery.
Did it say what year that was?
Nope, wouldn't hire him.
Huh?
Nope, wouldn't hire him.
I'm saying, what if they didn't know he had a background and hired him anyway?
Oh, if he didn't have a background?
If he did and they hired him anyway.
Oh.
Let me explain this to some of you that don't know this.
Okay.
They have programs here in Tennessee that hires felons.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I get it.
So what if they knew he had the background and hired him anyway?
Well, I mean, everyone deserves a second chance. I get that.
I guess that's why they have insurance.
What I'm asking you, your opinion, Michelle, do you think they should have hired him if they knew he had the manslaughter and the forgery charges?
No. Not with
Brittany,
those.
Brittany, you said no?
I'm a little conflicted because, the manslaughter charge, I mean, I get that's a death, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like that could be looked at. The forgery charge is interesting to me with him being in a management position. I know that sounds kind of crazy to say.
Was he a manager?
Yeah, I believe she said he was a manager. And I know that sounds crazy to say I'm more concerned about the forgery than the manslaughter, but manslaughter, I don't know, it depends on what year that was and all that kind of
That's what
stuff.
it says. A night manager at a downtown hotel located blah, blah, blah. Yeah. David Neal. Get a picture of him. David Neal. Hold on.
So the forgery thing really concerns me more, honestly, because you would have access to credit cards that you could possibly duplicate.
Like, no, I don't.
David Neal, Assault Nashville Hotel. Excuse me.
Here are some pictures to match.
Oh, dear God.
I mean, I understand that everyone deserves a second chance. Don't get me wrong, but the forgery and stuff like that, like Brittany said, with the credit cards and all that kind of stuff. No.
He's the same age as the Queen. He looks older than the Queen. Ooh, Lord, I'm dead.
They have a picture of him. I'm gonna have to go look it up.
He looks a hot ass mess.
Is he really?
He's got one of those faces where his face runs into his neck.
I knew she did.
And his hair is thinning on top and it's sprawly all over the place. He looks crazy as hell.
But I mean, I just feel when it comes to dealing with people.
And the guy says, I instantly jumped up and was screaming, went into sort of fact-finding mode. Who are you? Why are you in my room? What are you doing here? I could see he was wearing a uniform. He had his name tag on. He was talking to me, but not giving me any substantive answers. That's something about this don't sound right. So something's off here.
What could he say? I mean, honestly.
I mean,
I'm here to make sure your TV's still working.
I need to check your toes.
Look, I must forget your fucking bitch.
Sorry.
I mean, that's just crazy. I can understand him kind of being shocked.
Listen, I want everybody to listen to what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen very carefully, because everything's in the details.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Nashville for a work conference, said Mr. Brennan. I awoke to a gentleman employee of the Hilton assaulting me. I instantly jumped up and was screaming. Went into sort of fact-finding mode. Who are you? Why are you in my room? What are you doing here? I could see he was wearing a uniform. He has his name tag on. He was talking to me, but not giving me any substantive answers. Investigators said that the suspect told officers he had entered the guest room because of the smell of smoke. I'm having problems sleeping, frankly. I'm going through some PTSD talking to a therapist, added Mr. Brennan. I still don't really feel safe in my home. Mr. Brennan is now suing the suspect in Hilton Hotels over the incident. Once again, independently owned, operated by a third party. No Hilton entities employ staff at this property. Safety and security of our guests is our top priority, and the Hilton takes matters such as these very seriously. In a statement, the hotel management said it's cooperating with the police. No comment on investigations from the hotel. There's something off with this story.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Listen, his wording is not that of what I would call a brute man. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay, so I think from what Elizabeth had said, that I feel like his wording kind of goes with his background. If he's an intelligent security, like when he said, because I can kind of see just imagine being in a dead sleeping mode, and you wake up to someone like almost like, did this really just happen? You just woke up. I know I'm in a hotel. This person's in a uniform. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, did this really, what I really just thought wake me up happen? Does that make sense?
I'm going to say this. Everybody deals with trauma differently.
Right.
Everybody reacts differently. It's easy to judge, yes. You really don't know what you'll do in a certain situation, yes. Something is still off with this fucking story. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't care what his background is, Brittany.
Well, I guess when I
I'm
say
saying
his
man because
background,
my
the words
toes
he
been
used, the
sucked by
fact
another fucking
finding.
man. I don't give a fuck if he worked for the CIA. Listen to what you're saying.
Well, I meant the wording of I went on a fact finding mission, or
I want to
however he
use
said.
some fucking words, Brittany.
Well, I think those words come from his
No, you know what I would have
background.
said? You know what I would have said? And they would have had to bleep it out. What the fuck is this in my room sucking my toes?
Yeah, and I agree, but I felt like the words were, made sense with his profession.
It don't to me. It don't to me. You entitled to your opinion, Brittany?
So tell me what you think.
Listen, I'm a whole man. I'm going to say it again because I think you're missing something. I'm a whole man, and I wake up and see a man sucking on my toes. I'm in fact-finding mode. Just like what I just said. It's what you tell a reporter.
The queen is going to wake up.
Sir, how are you feeling, sir? What was going through your mind, sir? No, we're going to reenact it. Sir, what were you going through? What were your emotions? Well, I was in fact-finding mode. Who are you? What are you doing in here? I ain't got nothing to say.
I mean, I agree. I do think that's kind of odd.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
I mean, like I said, I'm surprised.
His clock and mopped the floor with him. Yes, Brittany, that man would have been beat to sleep.
Well, yeah, and that's what I initially said.
That's not how I would answer the question to a reporter. The reporter would have to have bleeped out what I responded to.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, who goes into fact mode? Come on.
A woman I could see fearful, hiding under the covers, scared, backing up to the headboard. Please don't hurt me. That's a woman.
But a
grown-ass man. Come on now. I was in fact-finding mode. I needed to know the demographics of how did he get in the door, push the door open, walk in. I didn't hear him. I'm a light sleeper, hard sleeper. I don't hear none of that.
No, he screamed.
Okay, you don't find that strange either?
Yeah.
I mean, I do find it strange there wasn't an altercation. I'm just thinking,
What if you find out there's more to the story? Ding, ding, ding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my only thing about that is if there is, then, why was there even the police even called?
Brittany? Brittany, you like to ask a lot of questions, but sometimes the answer is right there in front of you. Just because I call the police don't mean there's not some bullshit brewing. Kind of like this Knoxville police officer that went up the highway outside of Nashville and got himself tangled up in a meet and greet with a woman on the internet that he ain't never talked to, seen, and he ends up getting assaulted and cut inside of the apartment, had to jump out the window. Some shit. You ain't heard about that story?
Oh, yeah. He jumped out. Yeah, I heard about that.
And guess what? Still a Knoxville police officer. Still, they acted like, oh, he got tangled up in a web. No, because that's his version. This is 2023. What are you doing talking to somebody on the internet and don't know what they look like?
Right. You just don't go there and just all of a sudden jump out the window. There was more to that than what meets the eye.
You're going to drive all the way from Knoxville up to Middle Tennessee in the dark to meet a woman. I'll wait. But you didn't think to go to Ruby Tuesday, Applebee's, see where I'm going?
To meet her.
Exactly. So basically you're going to fuck.
Mm-hmm. So let's jump out the window.
So what do you think about you going to fuck a stranger and get cut in the process by her male friend? Ding, 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 ding.
They trying to rob him.
So I'm inviting you to come up. So what is this other man doing there? It's called We Were Getting Ready to Rob Your Ass.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you a cop and you don't think I probably shouldn't be going to a place that I don't know nothing about, don't know the woman.
Gonna rob.
And then say when I get there, she ain't the person I've been talking to. Okay. Boy, bye.
Mm-hmm. Because they had an old.
Probably the stupidest person. This is probably the stupidest Negro I've ever seen. You a young black man and you were that stupid to go up there in the middle of the night to a stranger's house and you a cop. Even people would comment saying something ain't right with this story.
Oh, I'm
Right.
sure it happens. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he go knock for police department. Oh, he was a terrible situation. Yeah, you better glad his ass didn't get killed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Cause who gonna cut you if you was lured there? So who lured them there? And then say, oh, I don't know this man.
The
Now
girl.
it's more to that story. Now what all them had going on, I don't know, but something's off with that story too. See, you got to be careful fooling with people out here. Nowhere is safe because you don't know people.
Now you see why I'm staying single.
Well, you can stay single, Michelle, but I'm just saying,
Right.
some of us want to date and meet and greet. But the point I'm making is you don't know people. You don't know who you're talking to.
Right.
You just don't know people. And you have to be careful going in places that you're not familiar with. You've never been there before. You have to use caution.
Right.
Not just show up at some stranger's house.
Right. And plus, I ain't been out here in Georgia in God years. Come on, I don't know nobody out here, and that's all I need to do is step out and then.
Well, that's the point I'm making. You have to be careful meeting people in public, meeting them in their apartments, houses, taking them back to your house. You have to be very careful. This situation here, this is a public place. It's a hotel. You still have to be careful.
Yes.
You don't know people.
And I don't need to be kidnapped for the third time.
It's just an assumption. Somebody got a background check. Well, somebody got their toes sucked in the meanwhile. How about that?
Plus, y'all don't need to hear me on the news. Oh my God, I know her. She's from YouTube. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what?
What?
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Oh Lord, I'm dead.
I'm just saying you need to be careful of your surroundings.
I know. Thank you.
This story is this bothers me because of the fact
Right.
of staying in a hotel. And my thing is, these people are brazen out here. It doesn't matter if it's a hotel, an Airbnb, your house, you're visiting somebody. You just have sick people that are out here watching and listening. And when you're a single person, you have to be very aware of your surroundings because people are watching. They know you're single. They know you're going in and out your house. They see you coming in alone. You're leaving alone. They are looking at that.
Right. And there's always predators. East, west, north, south. They
Yeah,
don't.
that friendly guy. Oh, I work on cars and I blah blah blah. Invite him in, and you may be, discussing business about the car. Next thing you know, he's grabbing your throat, trying to choke you. You don't know people.
Right. I
That
totally.
friendly shit, that shit don't mean nothing. Once the door is closed, you are on your own when the door shuts.
Right. And then you're fighting for your life.
Yeah, I get tired of people telling me, that's my friend, and I know him, and I know her, and that's your fucking friend. They're not mine.
Right.
Can't brag about people. Oh, she would never, he would never. You don't know what people do.
Right.
You know how many times we've heard that about people that were arrested
Mm-hmm.
for sexual assault and murder?
Yes.
Oh, they didn't come on to me. They didn't make a pass to me because they wasn't interested in your ass. Maybe you weren't his type, but he liked that type over there.
Right.
I don't trust nobody. Scary as hell to me.
See, that's the way my sister is. She don't trust nobody. She said, I don't come in
Can't trust anybody.
mile.
I sit here and think about this new place I'm in, and I had the box hooked up here in the bedroom for the Xfinity or wherever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Logically, this was not safe for me to be in my own bed with the technician hooking up the TV. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Even if I sat in a chair, it still wasn't a good idea.
Right.
Because we're two people who are alone in a bedroom and strangers.
Right. Because anything could happen at any moment. He could have snapped or anything.
Exactly.
And the door's closed. And there's no cameras, no nothing.
And what am I going to do trying to fight a man off in my own damn bedroom?
I get what you're saying. 210% across the board. I get it.
Maintenance worker, same thing. Come in to fix something. Who's to say? You turn your back, walk off. He grabs you from behind. You don't know people.
because you don't know what they're thinking, what's going through their
And
mind.
even somebody comment about people being bonded, all that don't mean nothing either.
Mm-hmm.
Once somebody's committed an assault, it's not going to really matter.
Right.
The deal is done.
Right.
If you're renting from anybody, you need to be watching stuff where you put stuff. You got to think about Kohlberger.
Yeah, I know.
This girl makes the claim that something was moved around in her house. Yeah, your little funny friend from school's been in your house moving shit around.
I know.
So
Imagine how terrifying that is.
And where I have a problem with that version is, how did Kohlberger get in her house to move stuff around? Can't just push her door open unless you the type you didn't never lock your doors. But let some students tell it from WSU, oh, we don't lock our doors over here. I bet you do now.
Party house to begin with.
No, I'm not talking about Moscow. I'm talking about Washington State.
Oh, okay. My bad. Oh, the one
over there where he lived.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody said we don't lock our doors over here.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're talking about two separate places where nobody's locking doors.
Yeah, the one cameras up.
They ain't not locking doors over there at Washington State. They ain't locking doors at that fucking house in Moscow. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
This predator is walking around and ain't nobody locking no damn doors from one city to the other. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
So who's to say he knew she didn't lock her door? He just walked on in there, move a chair, move a whatnot, come on out of there. But he's stupid because a lot of people have doorbell cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a fool to go in her house and she did leave the door unlocked and move something around. Moore says that's why real estates don't give tours of the second floor or the basement anymore. But guess what? It ain't gonna matter if ain't nobody in the house with you. I can still rape you on the first floor. I'm here alone with you. What difference do it matter about the basement or the top floor? I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna say this: I don't care. The point is, once the door closes, you are mine.
Right, but wasn't there a true story about the one lady that was in her home and there was a guy that was in there and she didn't even know it and he wound up killing her or something?
Honey, that's a lot of true stories on that.
I don't even remember his name now. But I mean, stuff like that's even happened. People come in, you got a big house, they hide somewhere, and you don't even know that they're in there. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's what that Canadian guy did, the one that was in the military. He was raping women and breaking in her houses and stuff. And all that time she's come home, changed and all that. He was in her the whole time. He was the one that was collecting her underwear and all that kind of crazy stuff. And he was highly revered in the Canadian military. Very scary.
Yeah, that's what I'm
talking about. And he took pictures of himself wearing their underwear and bras.
Now that's just...
It's terrifying.
Thousands of photos of him naked, in their bloomers and brassieres. And I believe he was married, family man. It goes to what I just said. You don't know people.
People are crazy.
Yes, they are.
It's like 1 minute you think that you know them, and then the next minute...
Yeah, but who's going to tell somebody, hey, in my free time, I like scaling walls and breaking into people's houses and wearing their underwear and then killing them? Why would I tell you that?
Ain't nobody going to be like that. No. Come on now.
I like walking around peeping through windows at night.
Yeah, that's like that hotel worker. I guarantee you he's been in other rooms.
Exactly. And that's what's even scarier. He was, because I'm going to watch that thinking he was 30-something years old. He's 52. He's the same age as Queen. You didn't wake up at 52 and start peeping and breaking in rooms.
No, you've been doing that for quite some time. It just didn't happen overnight. Brittany's right.
And it's not to be crass, because any type of assault is heinous, but a man-on-man assault, you are a bottom feeder. You are a stinky, nasty bottom feeder to be out here a fucking man stalking a man.
Yeah, I always have all the questions, but I would be interested to know, does he identify as a gay man? Mm-hmm. Or is this a down low situation as well?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why I told you, The guy's response is too technical for my taste. And I get it. Everybody talks differently. But in a matter of trauma, I think you'd come out of character, don't you think?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I would.
Even the most mild-mannered of a human has just been assaulted in her hotel room. You would be a motherfucker this. You understand?
Yeah, and I could see a lot of men not even wanting to speak about it publicly on a news platform.
I got PTSD. Oh, shit. What you have to come to Unabomber? What the hell's going on?
I mean, just the wording just
You got PTSD. That's what I'm saying, Michelle. The wording is weird to me for a straight man. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to this man, but his wordings does not sound masculine to I. That's the point I'm trying to make. Maybe I should have been more clear. This sounds like another homosexual man who was assaulted in his room by another homosexual. Checkmate.
Right. Yeah, because I mean the words just no, I mean you're right, no disrespect.
Well, and that could be it as well. I wonder if he is.
Let it been a straight black man, you'd have went there sucking on his toes. I ain't gotta say nothing else.
Oh yeah, there would have been an altercation. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, somebody would have been 911. What is your emergency? Yes, I'm a dead man in my hotel room. But what happened? Well, he came in here and he was sucking my toes while I was sleeping. I woke up and I whooped his ass to sleep. Anything else?
No, and I think that would be like there may be a manslaughter charge for that, but that would be it. There would probably be no jail time.
Got a black guy right now at UT who's being sued by a white boy for whooping his ass in his apartment because he said he walked up in a black boy's apartment, football player, by mistake. Now the grand jury has indicted the black dude for beating up the white dude. You can believe whatever you want. So I'll let that marinate with you for just a second.
Oh, wow.
One walks into the room allegedly drunk. Black boy beats him to sleep. Now you ought to work in Nashville. Hotel manager making his way into another man's room, and the man is responding as if he's giving some type of mathematical quotation. It don't sound right. And I'm not trying to be nasty to this man. His reaction don't sound right to me.
Right. I have to.
I understand you're going to be in shock.
But you're not.
But a man is not a woman. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Once I came to and realized you still standing there, you ain't even running out.
Right. Right. That's so strange. Like there would be.
That wasn't even said that he even ran out of the room.
Right. I mean, that he says fact finding, the man standing here, he's wearing a uniform, he has a name tag. Like, I would think it would have happened.
Turn the light on. Wait just a second. You're sucking my toes. Hold on a minute. Let me get my notepad. My pen. Stranger enters my room while asleep. What the fuck?
Just the wording don't even.
The wording, yes, that's my point. The wording is off to me.
So it makes me kind of curious if he wasn't.
Maybe he sent that vibe that he's that way, and this sicko said, I'm going to take it upon myself to enter his room. He won't mind.
Which is why he didn't flee the room.
Right.
Because once I get a reaction that you're stunned and you are frightened or you want to whoop ass, I'm trying to haul my ass out of there.
Who wouldn't be stunned?
Because you can't explain sucking the toes to me and then say, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how your toe got in my mouth. I come to check the air conditioning or the TV. Fuck.
No. I'm dead.
I've been dead.
Oh, girl. Oh, queen.
When they say
it makes you feel like there was.
Freddie's dead. Sugar Mama dead too.
She did.
Go ahead, Brittany.
I feel like maybe the man got a vibe when he went to the prior day when he checked on the TV.
He went in the room. He probably, who to say he wasn't in there flaming and walking around in a damn kimono robe or some shit and some house shoes and hair bows in his hair. I don't know. And he thought,
It's
oh,
each his own,
he's
and
feminine.
that who he should be able to do that, regardless. Even if the man's defense is, "Oh, I did speak with him the prior day," and either way, he's wrong for entering the room. Period.
That's the point. You're breaking and entering. That's right. No matter what you think he's about, that's his choice of who he is or who you
Right.
think he is. If you was attracted to him, you should have put your bid in, and it was up to the man to say, well, I'm not interested. I'm not gay. Woo, woo, woo. End of story. You don't break in somebody's room and then just go in there and start sucking on her stinking ass feet. That's disgusting.
Right.
That is disgusting altogether.
Who want to lick somebody's nasty ass feet? Now, I know a lot of men like licking women's toes, but Amy, shut up.
But in a way, like even that was like uncomfortable. I don't want anybody licking my toes.
Oh, hell no.
So after he walked, let's just say he didn't have any slippers. He walked across that.
No, his ass wasn't in no slippers.
Right after you walked across this hotel carpet.
I'm dead. Stop.
I'm serious.
No,
I
stop.
got nothing to say. Oh, Skylar fell off. There she go.
Slippers. There she is.
Hello, Skylar. Skylar, you too quiet on this live stream.
Yeah, girl. Start speaking.
Yeah, you got to join us. Okay, Moore says, I had a friend that let a new boyfriend use her car to go to the corner store for beer and cigarettes, and then later discovered that he had made 25 copies of her house key while gone. Well, what the who the fuck needs 25 copies?
Why
25 copies?
That's stupid.
He must have
Elizabeth's got all the good stories.
Yeah, Elizabeth. What the hell? Elizabeth, where are you from?
She needs to jump up here on the panel.
2 hours in, like we ain't got nothing to do tomorrow.
We don't.
25 copies. Wonder why you would need 25
Oh my God,
copies.
what it is? Please stop. You're gonna make me throw up.
I would have said she's from
Now you got
Georgia.
athlete's mouth. North Georgia. That's right, fungus. Your toes are nasty. Just like your fingernails are nasty. You're scratching your skin, your scalp, all type of crazy nonsense, digging and shit, digging in your butt and your nose. What the fuck?
God.
God.
Yeah, it freaks me out.
Nasty
When
your
people
feet
bite
are,
their nails.
especially if you don't keep your toes trimmed, you don't keep your toenails cut, because toenails carry a lot of funky odor because you perspire, you're wearing socks, all of that.
I get a pedicure
Oh
and
my God, I'm about to scream.
Scream.
Let's be truthful. You're probably better off sucking a private part than sucking a toe. You ain't getting no athlete's foot for sucking a man's penis. Unless he's got some nasty germs down there in his private part.
I mean, I like to think my feet are pretty clean, and I still don't want anybody sucking them.
Feet are clean until you go down there and cut your toenails and smell that toenail. Come back and talk to me.
Oh God.
No, I'm being serious. Cut your toenails. Let your toenails grow out a little while. No, let your toenails grow out a little bit. Cut that toenail and smell that toenail.
Oh hell
Dude, no.
It's
Stop
not.
it.
It's your funky toenail, Brittany. The point I'm trying to make.
I can't cut my toenails.
Okay, I'm saying cut your fucking toenails. Smell the toenail. It ain't gonna smell too pretty. Even though you clean your feet, you wash your feet. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
That what you think is something, it ain't.
Oh Lord, how mercy.
Well, and yeah, okay, so that's kind of what I'm saying, though. I consider my feet clean. Like
that's what I'm saying. I do too. But I've clipped my toenails and was curious, and I thought, dang, these little toenails, they're gonna have an odor because that's a part of your body. It's got germs under there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As clean as I feel like my feet are, I still don't want anybody sucking them. I just think that's gross.
I don't want if anyone that has been sucking on my toes. That's disgusting. Devon says I'm dead. Well,
you ain't about to kiss me in my mouth.
Men do not keep good hygiene in those certain areas. Let's keep it real. Most guys walk around with long ass toenails in their tennis shoes, dress shoes. And the first thing I always say to myself is, how are you wearing that shoe without scrubbing your feet on the toenail? Doesn't it hurt?
That or they got the busted out socks.
So you want me to believe a guy's walking around with long ass toenails and them toenails don't stink? Yes, they do. And men have the funkiest feet odor. His wee-wee might smell
But I
better
don't
than his
walk
damn
around with dirty
toes.
fingernails.
But you understand what I'm saying? Men have funky feet, bad foot odor. Now imagine sucking a man with fucking long ass toenails.
Mm-mm.
You think I'm gonna let you put your hoof in my mouth? I can't do this. I'm
I'm
dead.
not about to put anybody's foot in my mouth. Sorry.
Hey,
No.
T.I. likes to put his foot in your kitty cat.
I can believe that.
Remember the girl woke up, she was ex-military, and she said she woke up and T.I. had his foot in her vagina. I'm dead. I'm gone. I was spit my damn
I hope
drink.
you have small feet.
Say what?
Mm-mm.
Now this is what you call doing the hokey pokey. Damn.
That's called going.
Putting your foot in somebody's vagina. I'm dead. Oh my God, listen to what it is, especially in the armed forces, them boots. Gee whiz. That's my point. I have smelled feet that could burn a hole in a carpet.
What? No.
I have smelled the worst odor on a man, and it was his feet. Nothing else but his funky ass, sour ass feet. There's some men that's got rank toe, jam, toe, feet odors. That's what I'm trying to say. Now you imagine that stinky, nasty foot in your mouth.
Do you remember, Queen? We did a live like 2 years ago, and it was talking about if your man stinks, do you tell him?
Yes. We might need to
That
do
was
another
great.
live about that.
Well, yes.
Because we know that many men and women both have very foul body odors. I know somebody who allegedly took a shower and I could smell it and I'm like, bitch, you need to go back in the tub. Your ass is funky. And that's something I can't stand is no funky ass woman.
That means all they did was just turn
And I've been around women who took showers and their feet still smell, their bodies still smell. They need to see a dermatologist.
Yeah.
They need a double
Yeah,
clean.
Queen, I know you said you can't stand a man that's real hairy.
Say what, Skylar?
I remember one time you said you can't stand a man that's really hairy.
No, I don't like a hairy man. No, I don't. Because I'm OCD about, sweat and stuff. So imagine a person's hairy, arms, legs, wherever, private areas. That's going to be wet.
Yeah, and that's good.
So now you're lying on top of me, panting and shit, and your fucking chest is wet. I don't want to be wet. And I understand you're supposed to allegedly sweat during sexual intercourse, but Queen doesn't like to perspire.
We ain't trying to drown in the middle of
I don't even want my own hair to sweat. I'm just a prim proper bitch, okay? I don't want to sweat. I don't want to be fucking funky.
Don't want to drown in the middle.
So you imagine somebody that profusely sweats, then after he do all that, he turns over legs back.
The sweat would be dripping on your
It's going to be everywhere, your hair, your eyeball, your eyelids, and he turns over and lay on your good pillows. Now your pillows are drenched. The pillowcases are drenched. Your damn good pillows are drenched. You're fucking in a fucking sauna, in a damn swimming pool.
That's what I'm saying. You're drowning in their own sweat.
And guess who has to wash all of that linen now? Queen. Yeah, I'm funny about sweat. I understand you have no control if you are a sweater. I get it. I sweat in my scalp. I start getting heated. First thing I sweat is in my hair. But I just don't. I don't like a heavy sweater. Right. And you got men who sweat that don't even have a lot of hair. They're sweaters.
Well, I
don't like sweaters.
Right.
Huh? You said you smelled someone after they had taken a shower. I feel like if you can still smell someone after they're taking a shower, they're not cleansing appropriately.
I'm telling you, I smelled someone recently, and first thing I thought is, bitch, your ass stink.
Oh, they need to. They're not doing something right.
And your kitty cat needs another washing. If you washed, pee, urinate, get up off the toilet, and you still leave an odor behind.
Then
you need to douche or do something with your sugar mama.
That or they need to see the OBGY or they need to give them some feminine wash.
Oh my God. Honey, that feminine wash they sell in the stores is not strong enough for no wild Billy goat.
I'm just throwing out ideals, but yeah, they need
It
to
ain't
go.
gonna work because that summer's eve and all that stuff, those washes are mild.
Yeah, and
They need to go
flushes
They're
out
just
the
covering
good
it up.
bacteria.
Say,
Yeah,
say what, Skylar?
I said douching is not good because it
Well, we've
not
learned this
only
is not
does it
takes
get
out the
rid of the
pH
bad
balance. Yes,
bacteria, it also gets rid of
yes,
the good bacteria too.
yes. Well, guess what?
you're
The
right.
body odor is something innately in you. You need to see a dermatologist when you
Yeah,
have a really rank odor
Mm-hmm.
for a female. Because
yeah.
I've been around females who have bathed. I've
You could have
witnessed
like
them
some type of
shower,
infection down there.
or at least I thought they bathed. They come out, I can still smell them.
That means there's something dead up in that vagina.
Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe they could
Yes,
have like some type of
Elizabeth says
You know
infection
what,
down there or
Lumi.
something.
Michelle?
Sorry.
I'm not smelling kitty cat. I'm smelling like underarms.
Yeah, I know. I just had this. Sorry.
Damn.
Well, I did nursing for 33 years, so I mean, there's all kinds of funk. You know what I mean? Come on.
That's what I'm saying. You got body odors under your armpits, in your folds, the
Right.
folds between your vagina, your tail, your feet. You're going to have odors in different parts of your body. But if you've got a strong body odor, your ass is going to be rank as hell as soon as you start smelling.
Yeah,
You start sweating.
yeah, and then there's some
And I
serious
smelled this person. I thought, damn, your ass stank.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting here thinking, and a man screws you? I have a problem with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, that's interesting. There was a lady that I used to work with, and I could go into the bathroom, and I mean, underarm smell. I don't mean anything else.
What it is, please stop. Talking about that sage people burn. Oh, the sage people burn. Well, I bet you that sage smell better than some damn body funk. Go ahead, Brittany.
Sage usually don't smell very good. But there was a girl, we didn't work in the same departments or anything like that. But I could go into the bathroom at work. I mean, it was like a 5 or 6 stall bathroom. Nobody could be in the bathroom. And I would know that that girl was at work that day just by
That's
walking
bad.
in the bathroom.
Yeah,
And
that's
she had
bad.
been in there. And it was
Yeah, that's
almost like I had pretty much tracked the smell back to her because I'm a big smell
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
I mean, I could
yeah.
smell anything.
Let me tell you
And
something.
and she was the nicest, sweetest girl ever. She
Was.
sure was. But she was, and then like a few months later, she was pregnant. And that's the one thing I told my friend. I said, "How did she get pregnant? How did her husband
Okay.
stomach it
There are
long?"
men, let me tell you, Brittany, there are men who are attracted to funky women. Just like there are
That's
women attracted to
disgusting.
funky men.
Mm-mm.
They like that strong, funky kitty cat odor, and they like them with them funky underarms smelling like old wild ass boar. I don't know why a man want to lay with a woman smelling like him. Ain't no way.
Mm-mm.
No, there's no way. That is the worst smell ever. And I mean, I don't want to be over dramatic about it, but I mean, even my coworkers would think that I was over dramatic about it until one day, like literally, I almost threw up because I can't smell it. It was that bad.
Yeah.
It
Some people
was
have strong odors like that. I know somebody I'm related to. This heifer had the stinkiest odor back in the day. Now, the last time I was around her, I didn't really smell her. Maybe she had got on some type of medication or something, but she had the worst odors to where you could smell this bitch walking in the store and she was working at the cash register, feet away from the front door. How can I smell you way over at the door and just walk through the store?
That's how that girl was. It was horrible.
Well, I'm
Wow.
going to give you 2 stories. One, I had a friend. Her mother had really bad feet odor, and she kind of had a little tart ass odor too. They take a shower, whatever. You could always smell them still after taking a shower. The mother's feet, put off her shoes, very funky feet. She had these little fat, stubby feet. They just smelled so fucking horrible. They were sour puss, just horrible. Okay, college. One of these girls was from Chattanooga, a little short, black girl, real short. She looked like a little Humpty Dumpty shape. She had an odor that would cut sliced bread. I mean, it was the rankest odor. I can't even describe it to you. If I smelled it today, I would know it. I
Okay.
said to myself, what is wrong with this girl? So her friend, her roommate, or one of her friends told me, who was cool with her, she has, some type of medical condition. I said, oh, okay. I said, but damn, the smell is bad though. I said, how do you hang with them and be over in their dorm room with that smell? Because I'm telling you, the smell was so bad. It smelled like funk and ass mixed together.
Mm.
A nasty bump. And it was horrible. And I used to just look at her and think, geez, how? And I think also she had the thickest hair. She had real thick hair. And I think she might have had a little dandruff too. And I just thought to myself, man, this is a bad combination for a female. And I also told myself, I bet you down the road, somebody will like that. Somebody would still date her, smelling her. First time ever meeting her. They would say, I'm going to be with this woman. I'm going to have sex with this woman, knowing she's funky. And you want to bet she's probably got kids, probably got grandkids now. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's somebody that's going to be attracted to that smell. Next story.
That's disgusting.
My college roommate, last roommate I had in college. She was from Haiti, or she was Haitian, but she lived in New York and she ran track at the university where we went to school. This black ass heifer smelled so fucking bad. She had the nerve to wear Red Door. Red Door is probably considered a perfume for older women. Red Door is a very loud, strong perfume. Elizabeth Arden, for those that don't know. Red Door is not for anybody with a rank ass body odor. Because the perfume is so damn strong. That heifer would come back from the shower, spray that damn Red Door on, and I'd literally be in that room getting ready to jump out the fucking window. Oh, she smelled so damn bad. Finally, somebody put a bug in her ear. She had a body odor. She decided to ask me, did I know anything about her smelling? Why would you ask me that?
That's kind of sad because I would assume that
why should I have to tell you that you stink? Somebody gave you a message that you stink, and then you're going to ask your own roommate, do you smell me? What was I supposed to say?
It's like, can't you smell your own
Exactly.
self?
Her odor was rank. She was a thin girl, very athletic, but that body odor it was atrocious. And that's something I've seen with a lot of foreigners.
And I've often wondered if that comes from like the type of foods that they eat.
I don't know. She's been in America. She lives in America. She's from New York. So I don't know how long she lived in New York, but my thing is she's American. And you need to do what we Americans do, which is bathe. And if you see that you got a body odor, you need to go seek a medical treatment to see, what you need to do to get it cured. Because that's just ranked to be a woman. And I understand we all got our own pheromone, all that. But you do know when you smell. It's just like if you go all day and you don't take a shower. You should know at some point your ass is going to start to stink. That's just natural. Because even if you're just urinating, you still have a urine smell. You're peeing, pulling up your underwear. Peeing, pulling up your underwear. You're wearing a panty liner. At some point, you need to change the panty liner. You need to pull those undergarments off and take that damn shower. That's just the bottom line. Same thing with doing the you know what. How much wiping you going to do? Your ass need to take a bath. Baby wipes my ass. Get your ass in that shower.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I mean, it don't take long to take a shower.
It does not. It does not.
But I feel like if you are showering and you still smell after, you're not doing something right. You need to be using some bar soap.
Or you just have a strong body odor. They're just people, Brittany, that have a strong body odor. It's in their pores. It doesn't matter how much they bathe. They just got a strong body odor. And I've seen that with certain people. They just have a strong body odor. There's men like that. They could take a shower and they still got a little funk to them.
Ugh. He wouldn't be able to be my man.
No, you'd have to.
I mean, honest, and I don't even mean like that disrespectfully, but I couldn't, like, honestly, my sense of smell, it's bad, but I swear I can smell anything. So I would never be able to handle that.
Elizabeth says, I've heard executive type men joking at parties about liking how their woman smells after skipping a shower for a few days. What is that all about? Now, he's just nasty.
That is disgusting.
Why would you want to be with a woman that hasn't showered in a few days? That's stupid.
I couldn't imagine my husband saying, well, don't take a shower today.
I can only see a person not showering for 2 days or so if he or she is sick. You don't have the strength to
Yeah,
get
there
up
has
and
to be a good
shower.
reason.
Yeah,
Right.
you're not feeling well. You got the flu, something like that. You're sick. But after 2 days, somebody need to haul your ass in the shower.
Pick me up, throw me in the shower. Just do it.
Exactly.
I can even.
I mean, the thing of it with me is, see, I'm so open mouth and blunt. I've been into the doctor's office. If I smell a perfume, I'm already saying, damn, if somebody stinks up in here, they need to wash their ass. And my sister's always saying, be good, be good. No, you stink.
Yes, Miss Moore, I agree. There's a little truth to every joke. Exactly.
And she's always saying, okay, we're going to see tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment, right? And she's already done warning me tonight. Sis, please be good. No, if someone stinks, I'm going to tell them.
Yeah. Well, that's probably not a good idea, Michelle.
Now, a bad perfume and then a body odor are completely different to me. I can handle a bad perfume, but body odor, no. I can't.
So you mean to tell me in a doctor's office or a public setting, you're going to tell somebody they smell?
Girl, say I won't. I'll go in.
I'm asking Brittany.
No, I'm going to mind my business. I'm not going to say anything.
Shit.
No, I would not.
Michelle want to be fucking fighting some damn body.
Oh, it ain't.
No, I mean, I don't really feel like that's my place.
Michelle, think about what you're saying. You're telling another human being they smell. You think that's going to be well received?
Look, there's been people that's had Charlie perfume, if you know what Charlie is, right?
Yeah, I know what Charlie is.
Okay, well, I can't be around that. And there's some perfumes that gag me, and they usually try to cover up the funk. Well, I can tell the funk between the perfume. Look, if it makes me sick, then I say, what I'll do is I'll be coughing or whatever, and they'll say, some people say, well, what's the problem? Someone stinks up in the room. Well, usually whoever the one that stinks, they get up and they leave. Imagine that.
I don't know about that.
Now, see, if you start coughing, I'm going to run from you.
Why would I get up and leave? That means I'm drawing attention that I stink. So let's imagine I get up and leave, and then they call my name. I still got to come back in front of all those people.
Well, usually they usually step out and they usually go around the corner and say, hey, blah, 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 whatever else. But usually whoever that person is, they usually step out of the room and it's like, oh, thank God.
Well, I want to address Ms. Moore's comment. I can't see any man or men joking about liking the smell of a woman after bathing, not bathing for a couple of days. What is funny about that? Because you're basically telling you like a stinky woman.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
And I said this already. There are some men who are attracted to a foul body odor. And we know this to be true because there are women who have strong body odors. And they have men. They have husbands. They have boyfriends. They have sexual partners.
I couldn't do it. No, I'm too blunt.
I know women who stink and they have men. So that's why I know what I'm saying. There are a lot of women who have really funky ass body odors, and they have men in their houses. They have boyfriends. They have husbands. And he's right there with funky ass.
I do believe that some people become immune to their smells.
Yeah. Well, me becoming immune to me being funky, what does that have to do with you being immune to me, my funk?
Well, I guess maybe like the husband is used to it. Maybe. I don't know. I just can't imagine.
I can't see nobody getting immune to something.
Having to get used to something like that either.
Baby, you smell. Baby, you're a little tart. Baby, you need to go take a shower. Baby, your feet stink.
Right?
That's why I don't like nobody in my house, because I'm funny about body odors. I don't want you touching shit. I don't want you walking on stuff. I don't want your feet on my good car. I'm funny like that. I don't like odors because that means I have to clean something. I don't want to have to clean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cleaning a bed and linen is one thing. Trying to scrub down a nice carpet, that's more work. Scrubbing down the toilet, that's easy.
Because you know they're not going to clean it.
That's my point. Somebody comes and sit on your good furniture and leave a body odor. Now I got to try to scrub that odor out of the fabric. I don't want to have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to wash sheets that were already clean.
Because of, yeah.
You just let's say you just laid in the bed. We ain't do nothing, and you got your body odor on my sheets or on my comforter. I'm just funny about that. I don't like body odors. I don't want to smell my own self if I smell. So why I want to smell somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to smell anybody else. That's why I try to keep my toenails trimmed. Because toenails, what the hell is so funny? Because toenails do hold odors. That's why I told you. Let your toenails get a little long. No, let your toenails get a little long. Trim them and smell the toenail. You'll see.
No, I get a pedicure. I ain't smelling my own toenails. No.
What I'm saying is, you may not think that your feet smell or anything.
Oh,
but
I can believe that.
That's what holds odor in your toes. It's the toenail.
Oh, yeah, because I used to do nursing dressing.
So I know. I was curious one day, and I thought, well, these toenails don't smell too great. But the feet didn't smell to me. But the toenails had a little, odor, but naturally it would. There's dirt and stuff's going on your toenails. I'm not trying to be gross or anything, but I'm just saying, you may not think something smells until you actually smell it. Because your feet is all the way down at the bottom. So you may not have a really rank toe, a foot smell, but the toenails do carry their own odor.
It's like your fingernails are dirty.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And there's places you just really don't check to smell, like behind your kneecaps, the folds of your elbows, under your breast. Do you really just put your hand under there and say, let me see what I smell like? You may not like what you find. Brittany, are you laughing at
me? Yes, because I just would think that people are cautious of that, but they're truly not.
Well, that's why the children from the age 5 to 2 wind up with a hand, foot, and mouth. You know why?
My son got that from daycare.
Okay, well, here's the reason why. Because they play in the dirt. They put their hands in their mouth. They also suck their toes. They're curious of all kinds of things. There's germs. They're not able to wash their hands. So there you go. It's called hand, foot, and mouth.
And what is the hand, foot, and mouth? Where is the disease at?
I think it can get on their face and their mouth. He just had like these little circles. He never had the sores. Yeah, it was like these little circle red dots on his feet.
Yeah, but the
on his feet.
But the fungus starts on the toe.
She said kneecap. You know what the hell I mean, what it is. Behind your fat knee, back there behind your knee is a crease. You sweat back there. If you don't wash it properly, you'll have dirt back there. Come on, you guys.
But
same thing with your elbow, the fold of your arms. People don't think to wash in that crease. It gets sweaty, dirty.
Yeah, but that hand, foot, and mouth,
your navel. Do you all clean your damn navels?
Oh yes, God, that is like the most important.
Well, that little fucker stinks. You don't clean it.
Yeah, you must. That's a must.
That's what I'm saying. In the most places that you don't think to clean rigorously, like your fucking ears. A lot of you don't clean your ears.
Behind your ears.
All that. Oh, yes.
And like the folks.
You know how many people I see walking around with wax crawling out of their ears? Literally, this motherfucker's got combat boots on. And I'm sitting here saying, you don't see that wax coming out of your ear?
How would you not feel that?
Walk right up to a person, I can see you. Wax just sitting there with a stop sign. Because you just let it gunk up. Those are the places that people don't like cleaning, are the folds of the elbows, behind the knees, the toes, between their toes, trim their toenails. That dirt builds up. The navel, yes, under the boob, all of that.
Right, the creases.
You sweat under your boobs. You don't even have to have big boobs. It's a crease.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to smell. At some point, it's going to sweat. May not have a rank odor, but you perspire under there.
Right.
So Elizabeth earlier mentioned Lumi. So those that don't know, Lumi is good for those type areas.
Such as what?
You can use it under your breast. You can use it in between your buttocks. You can, I think.
Oh, I can see this. I'm putting a stone between my tail.
No, it's a deodorant. They have like a stick, or they have a cream.
So how far in my tail am I going with this?
I don't know. I've never tried it on my tail.
Great. So my ass crack to break out.
I don't know. I've never tried it, but I've tried the stick kind. I wasn't that impressed with it, but I think I didn't like the scent that I got.
That's what I was going to say. What does it smell like?
They have different scents, but they say it's really good. Like I said, I just bought like a little travel size thing that I seen at Target, but I wasn't impressed with the smell that I got. But whatever, I'll still give it another try.
They come in different flavors, scents.
They do. I got the brownish tan color one. That's because that was the only one they had. And I just wanted to try it, and it was like just a small travel.
Elizabeth tangerine is the best. What it is? What are you talking about? Damn! So everybody don't use tips daily. I think I give people too much credit. What do you mean tips? Q-tips? No, we're not supposed to be using Q-tips because you say you're pushing the wax further down. But I've been doing it because my mom did it to me as a child. So that's all I know.
I love Q-tips.
Well,
I clean my ears out. I clean them with Q-tips and alcohol.
And I truly different people.
The doctor says not to do it. He says you're packing the wax down in there when you stick that Q-tip in there to try to clean that wax out.
Yeah, the deaf center told me not to do it, and I've got hearing aids, and yeah, they say don't.
I guess you have to use that type of medicine that it pours down in there and it'll push the wax up.
They wound up giving me a tube of this stuff, and I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't used a Q-tip now in 6 months. I get this wax stuff, and I put one ear for like 2 minutes, and it drains out, and then
on its own. So I think I need to start doing that because I know the doctor said you're not supposed to be doing that. Because I remember I had a doctor look at me one day, and he said, he says, I don't want to offend you or something the way he worded. He says, but you have the cleanest damn ears I have ever seen on a patient. And I was like, really? He says, I've never seen a patient with ears this clean. And I said, yeah, I clean them out with Q-tips. He said, well, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not, because you're packing it down when you push that Q-tip down in your ears. And I said, okay. I said, but my mom, I grew up that way. My mom used to clean her ears like that. And he said, okay. He says, well, stop doing that because you're packing that wax down in there. He says, but still, nonetheless, you have very clean ears. Also, my skin, say that. You have the clearest skin, your back. He says, most black women have a lot of acne on their backs. This one doctor I had. He was from Texas. He said, a lot of the women I saw in Texas, African-American women, they had a lot of back acne. Well, I was fortunate not to have back acne. But I take pride in my skin and stuff, I've got like skin acne from, hair bumps and stuff like that, picking. But other than that, I don't have just no really bad skin on my, neck. I mean, like my back and stuff like that. But I just take pride in myself. I try to take pride in my
I think it's
hygiene. My hygiene, at least. I try to take pride in my hygiene. I don't want body odors. I love taking a bath. I love taking a shower. I mean, it's been a while since I took a bath, but shit, the last time I took a bath, my fat ass got stuck down in that damn tub.
You're so crazy.
Yeah, I did. I got stuck a few months ago. I said, I'm going to take me a bath. And I got in there, and I tried to turn over and push up off my knees, and I said, oh, my God. I said, you're going to be stuck in this tub.
Oh, shit.
You're going to be a prune. Can't get out. And you should have seen my big ass trying to get out that damn bathtub. I said, never again.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't doing that. But I wanted a bath.
Well,
I do take baths occasionally, but it's almost pointless for me to take a bath because I feel like I need to take a shower.
And it's just not a good thing for somebody my size trying to get down in that tub and turn over and try to push up. And then you don't have no handrail to hold on to in case you slip. That's very dangerous. And I was just like, this is not for me. So we will stick to showers. But I like having a bath every blue moon. Take a nice bath. Take a nice hot bath.
Right.
But the tub is not a place you want to get stuck, because you pull up and hurt yourself and fall, you're stuck in that tub and injured.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't have the strength to even try to push yourself over the tub to get out of there. Because I think that's how I got out. And I just thought to myself, if somebody had a video camera, they would make $1 million right now.
She said a
Seeing
million.
nothing but ass up trying to. I was so damn mad. I was cussing. What the hell wrong with you getting in this tub? You know this tub was too short for you, and you sitting here trying to push your big ass up out this damn tub, couldn't get your ass out. And the first thing I thought of, what if you get sick, have a heart attack? They're gonna come in and be like, "Oh my God, she died in the bathtub."
Ass up.
Oh no!
And now somebody's got to be in there trying to pull my dead butt up out of there. That just was a horrible sight. I made my way out that tub. Do you hear me?
Yes.
I got my big butt up out that tub, and I ain't been back in no tub, in no bathtub, except for taking a shower.
Since I've been injured, I haven't been able to get down in the tub because I've only got the one arm. So my sister's got a shower chair for me, and I feel like, like, what the hell? It's like, I'm
Thank
not
you,
this.
what it is. But Queen is big, honey. Queen got a lot of ham on these legs, baby, and tummy.
No,
Because
but
I've been looking at pictures of myself lately, and I'm like, oh my God, your stomach. We got to do something about that, baby.
it just seems weird that I got the shower chair, and she's like, it's okay, and I'm like,
Well, a
no,
lot of people have shower chairs, dear.
I know, but I mean, she asked me, she said, have you ever fell in the shower? And I'm like, let's not go there. She goes,
But I'm
okay,
telling you, that's the worst place to fall is in the shower.
I
You do
have.
not want to get stuck in a bathtub.
Right, and I've had a fear and I've had my phobia, and she's like, are you gonna be okay when I go to work? I'm like, look, I got this, okay? Just leave the shower chair. I got this. And I'll just call a friend, put the phone away, turn the camera off, and if something happens, they got the address and they call.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. You haven't seen my whole body, what it is. Kimberly says I fell out, had to call my daughter. Oh my God. See, that's what I'm saying. The tub is the most dangerous place to fall.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
my grandmother.
I mean, that's you can
She's
break a hip
almost
and all that.
80.
It's dangerous.
She's constantly, every time my grandmother gets hurt, it's because from the shower.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You can, and especially if the bathroom is tight, you can lose your balance, hit your head on the corner of a sink. Any of that. The bathroom is dangerous.
Yes. And that's why now, since I've got the one arm, I make sure that I've got the phone with me and call somebody and be like, hey, I'm in the bathroom, the camera's off. If something happens, y'all know what to do.
Well, let me ask you this, Michelle. Can you bathe yourself?
Yes, ma'am. I can do everything except open stuff.
Thank you, dear.
And close stuff.
Okay. Well,
normally things are somewhat done for me, but I get aggravated, if that makes any sense.
Well, anybody will get aggravated when they don't have use of their arm.
Yeah.
It'd be just no different than your foot, your leg. When you're used to doing something for yourself and you can't, it would be aggravating.
Mm-hmm. And, thank God I'm ambidextrous and I can use my left hand and I can write with it. It's just
okay. So you can. So that's when at least you can use your fingers.
Yes.
Okay.
I can use them a little bit, but I can't write with my right hand. I can't grab anything, and it shakes and it pops continuously because there's no there now. Yeah. So,
Treat Squirrel says late to the party, but the title feels like my life. What do you mean, Treat Squirrel? What an interesting username. What does that mean? Well, maybe you should join us. I'm about to check out of here because I'm going into hour 3. We've been up here on this wire talking about boy children dressing in dresses. A woman finding out her man likes men. He wants to still stay in the relationship. Some of you said no, you would not stay. I will put up a poll pertaining to these 2 topics. I'm going to check out of here because it is late. And I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to this live stream. I'm trying to see what time it is. Here it is. Anytime, dear. It is 1:31 in East Tennessee. Tomorrow I will try to go live early in the afternoon pertaining to this story that Ms. Moore has brought to my attention, pertaining to a Nashville manager of a Hilton hotel, independently owned, Breaking and entering into a hotel room and sucking on a man's toes.
Got a
Hopefully, I'll
question.
have more views during the day and let you all come up and give your opinion. And I will show a picture of the man. And if I do it from my TV or whatever, I probably won't even drop the link. We'll just sit and chat and discuss how it came to be that this man decided to break in his room and what was it about this man. And that's something none of you have addressed during this live stream. What was it about that guy that led him to break into the room?
I wonder if it was the vibe that was given off when he came in the prior day for
Yeah,
the
because there are
TV.
countless of men that enter in a hotel room. So what was so
Mhm.
special about that guy you wanted to break in his room and suck his toes?
Well, like I said, he must have.
I must
He
use the bathroom on myself. Lord have mercy. I'm going to be wearing Depends before my
was.
53rd birthday.
Well, see, I said that whenever he first come into the motel and he checked in, he must have found him very like attractive.
Attractive. Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you, Miss Moore. You're welcome.
mhm.
That's my point. Because I'd never mentioned it during this live stream, but there was something about that guy that you risked your livelihood to go break and enter, your
Mhm.
reputation, your job, to suck his feet. Come on now.
Yeah, because doesn't he say him and another person came for the TV?
Yeah, they went in his room to check the TV. You know, the internet or something probably was messed up. So they probably took a maintenance man in there to, check it out. He probably went for security reasons. I go with the maintenance man to the guy's
Okay.
room to check the internet. And maybe he saw the guy in there. Maybe he called and said, hey, I'm having problems with my television. And then somehow in his sick ass mind, he decided to double back the next night and enter that man's room. That was a dangerous move. That's why I'm wondering if there's more to this story, and it's not to be disrespectful to this man, but his wording is strange to me
Mhm.
for a man.
Is he pictured in the write up in the on the internet that you read?
I didn't see a picture of him in that first article. Let me
I'm
see.
gonna go read it.
Just a picture of the assailant.
About what time were you planning on being on tomorrow? Because I have a
I
doctor.
have no idea, honey. Whenever I get a free moment, a
Okay.
chance to
Because I probably won't be home until probably like almost 4 or 5. That's why I was
I'll
kidding.
probably go way before then.
Oh man, so I'm gonna miss you guys. I have to watch your.
Well, honey, you could just watch it and comment below.
Mm,
I don't know if they're showing this Brennan guy. Let me see what's his name.
I'm gonna miss all the
Hold
fun.
on. It was issued after Peter Brennan.
Yeah, it's strange. Elizabeth said that he got rid of the digital key, so the police
Yes, he
couldn't
did. So
see.
he's telling on himself.
Oh,
Why'd
So
you
the
throw it
police
away?
couldn't see the other rooms that he had passed to. That's interesting.
so he made copies. Did he or did he not? Yes. Does
He's
it
a
say
sicko.
No, it just says I think that he said he had threw away the key that he used to get into the room.
I'm gonna go on LinkedIn profiles. We got one from Miami, Florida, one from New Brunswick,
Is that going on the community wall?
Sagafoot Technology, Peter Brennan from Zurich, and a business process outsourcing manager of Sagafoot Technology Gateway leads for tech and pharmacy. He looks like he's mixed with Indian or something. Then there's another Peter Brennan consultant at Zynomix, Nottinghamshire. That's abroad. Then there's a Pete Brennan, maintenance at Russell Sage College. I don't know which one is it. They don't have a lot of pictures for these Peter Brennans.
He just threw away the key and didn't have the key on him, and he'd just go on in his room. Like, why would you just go ahead and throw away the key when you're already in there? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Mm.
All right, Queen, I'm gonna drop down. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, love you, honey. I'm gone. I'm gonna get out of here.
Love you too. Okay.
All right, everybody. All
Good
right,
night,
take
Queen.
Brittany down. Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you, Skylar, for joining me. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye, baby. Thank you, Skylar. 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 I want to thank you all for joining this live stream. This is a 3-hour live. This is very long. Did not mean for it to go this long. We veered off a topic. This was a two-part live pertaining to little boys wearing dresses. Is it appropriate to allow your toddler child to wear dresses because he wants to wear dresses? This is stemming from my Megan Fox video I did about a week or so ago. And also, if your man decides to tell you that he is attracted to men, but he does not want to end the relationship, but obviously maybe he wants to continue dating or being with you and also make dating men, would you leave him, stay or go? Two-part live. As I've always said, in my live streams pertaining to things that go bump in the night. Thank you, Tina. Thank you all for joining me. You don't know people. And so long as somebody has access to your house, especially if you are a renter, whether you're in a hotel, apartment, condo, rental house, duplex, fourplex, anything can happen. You don't know who gets access to keys. So you have to be very careful of your surroundings. You have to be careful what you tell people. You have to be careful of leaving valuables out in a hotel, Airbnb, your own house, because you don't know people. People will steal from you, and people will sexually assault you, break your house, sexually assault you. Could come in the house to fix something, sexually assault you. You don't know people. And women are, they're gambling with their lives by letting people come in their house to fix things, work on things. And if you are able to purchase a weapon, legally able to buy a weapon and carry it in your state, I advise you to do so because you don't know people. Such as I said, letting the cable man come in your room to set up a box. Like I keep the cable box in here. That's a scary thing. Letting someone come in my personal space could easily be assaulted. And it could go down even if we were in the living room, because that's the point, that once the doors close, all bets are off. You don't know people. I will be bringing you another live content later on today because it's a new day. I will pick a topic. I still would like to do this hotel topic where I can have more viewers and people come in and hear the content and give their opinion. I will put a poll up pertaining to this topic and the other two topics of boys wearing dresses and a woman finding out her man is bisexual. We're living in desolate times. Everyone's entitled to live as he or she feels, but just be honest about your sexuality. Let that person have an option if they want to be with you or not. I do not condone anyone allowing small children to dress as the opposite sex. I do not condone that. Parent allowing a little boy to dress in dresses. No, I do not. And I would not stay with a man who tells me that he likes men. And I would hope I'd have enough sense to also go get me a HIV/AIDS test, because that virus is rampant in the Black community, especially here in the South. The demographics are much higher for people infected with HIV and AIDS here in the dirty South, if you did not know that. Thank you for following this great network. And once again, if you'd like to donate to this network, the Dream, the Vault XL, $Big Angie, 129 Cash App. All stickers and chats are welcome during the live stream, and this information is in the description of all of my videos. Please check out my extensive library in the YouTube queue. I have thousands of videos. I've been on the network a couple of years, and I have numerous videos pertaining to vast topics: true crime, hypothetical situations, entertainment, famous people, so on and so forth. You all have a wonderful week. I have a movie suggestion for the week. Mama, it is a horror movie, now free on Tubi. You do not have to pay for it on the YouTube platform. You can log into your Tubi app and pull the movie up for free. Mama is my movie suggestion for the week. And my documentary for the week is White Boy. The story of a Caucasian boy who sold drugs in Detroit, Michigan, many moons ago. White Boy Rick. There's also a movie out that's been made about him, and this documentary is called White Boy. It is free in the YouTube queue. That is my documentary series for a documentary for the week, and Mama is my movie suggestion for the week. 2 for 1. Thank you for your time. You have been listening to The Vault Excel. Thank you, guests, for coming on the panel. Thank you all so much.